He's like, wrap it up, B. I was like, all right, well, it's like that old Dave Chappelle special. So that's all the stuff that you guys want to make sure you know about. Other than that, we can go and get started. Sorry for the technical difficulties tonight. Hopefully, once we get started, none of that
Oh, yeah.
shit happens because it always throws
Don't
me off
try.
my game when that stuff happens. Jeez.
And you thought about it over the weekend and said these guys need all their spell slots and hit points back, right?
I did. Malcolm did. Malcolm said, you know what? It would be nice to just give them all that, but you know.
And then you got back into Taroxys and was like, nah, they ain't have none of that. Or Taroxys.
Oh man. Yeah. Well, we will have to see if the gods show their favor. You guys are. This is going to be interesting. Excited, and we'll go ahead and get started. Let's see here. Um, I should be able to hear sound. I know that music just changed, but as long as that was playing. Uh, so you all find yourself in this lair. Smell of sulfur, lungs almost choking from. Come on. Give me 1 second here. Why is everything so slow tonight? One second. All right. Fuck it. So, like I said, sitting in this cavern, lungs kind of choking from the smoke, as this huge behemoth of a dragon kind of paces back and forth along the rocky outcrop slightly above you. Um, he holds his ground as the party slowly takes up their position, and from there we slowly pull away, uh, up through the cavern, up into the distant way, through the smoky filled chamber, up into the starry skies of the Nyx itself. Um, and there we see Perforos. Um, and he is standing there in that starry filled sky, almost peering down over you all as though he is looking at a gaming set, almost like chess. um, he is admiring uh, the wonder of the battle to come. And he just smiles with this large smile over his metallic face, and we suddenly hear the sound of clopping hooves close behind him in that nebula. And then Perforos speaks. What do you want, Iroas? Please don't bother me. I'm about to enjoy a fight amongst champions. Iroas returns and walks up to him, this large bovine body, half the upper part man in hoplite armor, ripped with the starry Nyx in every crevice of a shadow. Because it concerns me. They are my champions too, and they are not ready. Did you not see the glory they brought to the Iroan Games? Their victories or losses must serve the greater good of man. This only serves your ego, Perforos. Please don't talk to me like a child, unless you'd like a hammer to the face. Don't you forget, you have participated in this with me before. Yes, Iroas agrees. And many innocents suffered. At least make this fair. Thraxes has ages of experience at his disposal. They will be sent to Erebos. The boy will go back to his father. His father exploits his power. And then what? What good are they to you then? You're playing chess against yourself, Perforos. How about another friendly wager? Perforos kind of perks up, the magma coursing through the lines in his taut muscles. Iroas continues. I will weaken Thraxes, just a measure, and you will provide a boon to them in good measure. If they win, we both win. And if they lose, you still win. And I will remove my hand from all champions you have ever touched henceforth. Akros will be yours. Perforal's eyes light up in delight. You have a deal. And they smile as we kind of fade to black up in those stars. And now, with that happening, of course, we smash, cut returning back into where we are down below, as you all are standing there facing the dragon. Wrong camera. Now, here's what I'll ask you this. I probably should have asked before the game. Now that D&D Beyond allows me to keep, it keeps initiative in order, you all can decide to re-roll your initiative, or we can keep it as is. But if we do re-roll it, because you are fighting just one creature, Thraxes will get advantage on his re-roll. So right now, as it stands, if someone wants to take note, Proxenos is first, then Penthos or Thraxes, then Taraxes, then Fitz, then Telmoon, Pythias, Apodexis, and Medios goes right after, goes along with Apo. Or if we re-roll, then Medios would get his own roll. This is the order as it stands now. Do you want to keep that?
I think we should give it a shot, man. He's already going second. If he goes first, it's not that much worse. But hopefully a couple of us move before him.
Proxenos being able to do something first doesn't really mean too much.
I will also allow you to consolidate your move where I have you on the board by 10 feet. So 2 squares. So I have Proxenos, Apo, Telmoon, Fitz, Taraxes, Pythias, and Medios.
Proxenos would have been the closest to the exit because he was the first to leave to go find his mom, Artemisia.
Okay. Then what I'll do is I'll swap you with Pythias and put you here, and you can consolidate 10 feet if you want to go. Then you would be towards the door.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's strategically sound, as long as that's what you want. Imagine that even though this happened, when he flew out of the lava and landed, there was enough time for you to, find your place. So if you do want to come back, that being close to the door is better, and you want to be back here. If you want to be there, that's fine.
Is it circular at all, or there's only one exit?
There's only one exit. The portal,
exit.
There was a portal here that closed. The portal was on this side, that went back, and that is closed. Does anybody
I'll
else?
move towards Thraxes 10 feet.
Renee, did you keep the current health pool for Midios?
I'll move towards Taraxes 10 feet.
Do you know what he was at? He took some damage, right?
He did.
He got
but
he
he
got
was-
a few times.
Yeah, he was at 29.
29? Okay.
29 is his. Oh.
Well, he
29 is
leveled
his-
up, right?
29 is his full hit points.
Because somebody healed him. I forgot who it was.
Oh, okay. Then you know what? He must be, because on my D&D tracker, he's still at 29.
Okay.
Okay, somebody must have healed him. I'll take it. I'll take that. And then I also added, all of you look like you added your 30 hit points I didn't see yours. I added yours, Nikki, so they're there now too on the side on your character sheet. And that means I will also give those to Medios. So I will ask, since I don't have those here, I will ask you to track those, Apo.
I'll be tracking that.
Nick's gonna be doing it.
Good, sounds good. Anybody else on movement? And are we rolling?
Did you move Tomo?
Telmo,
That
where do you want
sounds like
Telmo?
10 feet towards Taroxy's.
Towards Taroxy's. So at an
Yeah.
angle or like there?
Yep,
or
just straight toward. It doesn't matter. Yeah,
Straight toward, okay.
That's towards him. Yeah.
And then in Medios is right in front of you. I don't know if you want that adjusted.
I mean, if Medios moves.
Yep.
That's on
Okay.
him.
I'll leave that
So
to
then,
I'll leave that to,
and then,
to Nick.
and then
I'll allow
Apple
you to
will
run
move.
Medios, Nick.
Okay.
Apple's gonna move closer to Taroxy's as well, and Telmoon.
Let's bully this guy.
I think Midios will be on the left side, where like over there by
Okay.
Pythias, yeah.
How far away from him are we right now?
I can tell you 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. About 70 to almost 80 feet, 75 feet.
Okay. Right. Nice strategic distance from a dragon.
Oh boy.
Okay, so then if we're re-rolling, then I'll go ahead and ask for new numbers.
Oh, hey, Mel.
Okay.
So Mel, you should move Apple over by Taroxy's and Telmoon.
Taroxy's well, remember I said only 10 feet, so
Oh, so
that would
okay,
get
so
you
then
like
he'll
right
be-
there.
Yeah.
You're moving like you're going that direction.
Cool.
And then I
Anybody
have,
hard
as
against
it's
the
towards
reroll?
the back is farthest back. I figured she probably would want to be back there, but she can also adjust.
Even if we go before he does, none of us are gonna be in range for any melee.
I mean, yeah. I think the best thing is just to kind of spread out and just see what he's gonna do.
So you guys just want to stay here then and not reroll?
If we re-roll, I'll be at disadvantage because I'm exhausted, but I'm also near the end anyway, so I don't care.
I mean, like you said, we don't got too much to lose because only Proximus is going before. So all of you are going to go before Thraxes.
Can we get a full list of our boons from Iroas? Is it just the 30 hit points?
30 hit
That's
points, +2 to AC, and we all have +1 magic weapons.
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
+2 to AC. I'm guessing that did he already add that to Midios?
No, I didn't add any of those. I did not add it to Midios either.
So he has 18 AC.
Okay.
Then.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Gosh, this mouse is killing me.
Okay. I say we got nothing to lose with re-rolling our initiative. What do you guys think?
Did you say that the dragon would have some sort of benefit if we reroll?
He gets advantage.
It's gonna roll
He gets advantage
Disadvantage, yeah.
because he's the only combatant and he's already pretty high. So forcing his reroll, he would just so he gets him opportunity to get up higher or to get back there. He gets advantage.
Okay. It's up to you guys. I defer to the group.
Yeah. I mean, in my mind, the more people that can move and not be in a clump before he attacks, the better we are. But it's possible that he moves before all of us.
It's possible that he
can.
completely flubs it and goes from 18 to like 4, but he could also go to 24 and then go first. So
I mean, it's not much of a difference. Proximos is going to go
Right.
first if we stay, and then all of you will go before,
right.
Thraxes.
So I think there's not much to lose, but there's something to gain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Then let's do it.
All right, so Proxinos, why don't you give me your roll? What you got for the?
I
beautiful.
got a 18.
Okay, not bad. Taroxys.
21.
Okay. Fitz.
Oh, 10.
10. Telmoon.
22.
Jeez. I guess that was the right move. Pythias.
We haven't seen the dragon yet.
Pythias, sorry, 10?
3.
3. Oh,
Yeah.
dropped him from 12. And Fitz, you said 10, right?
Correct.
Okay. And then Apple, you were at 4.
6.
Oh, he jumped up a little bit. Do you want to give Medios his own roll?
Yes.
Yep, go ahead, give me Medios' roll.
And Midios
plus
got a 1.
Okay, so that's exactly where he was with the 3.
Yeah.
And Pythias, what did you say you were? You were 3, or did you were
I was at 3.
3? Let me make a couple of others. Here.
Pythias, what's your dex?
12.
Midios would go ahead of you since you both got the same initiative.
Okay, that's what it shows here.
Where did the dragon roll is the question.
About to roll right now.
Under 20 at least, hopefully.
Rolling. Let's see what we got. And it's not great. It's actually 1 less than he was, so he's 17. So he dropped a point.
So, 3 of us?
So 3 of us got.
3 of us.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's spread out, family.
Helps a little bit.
All right. So let's see here. It's not bad. So then, Telmoon, before you can begin your turn and react, like they said, this dragon is like the size of a small house. His wingspan is, even though it's not fully stretched out, is hovering almost 60 feet out. Every muscle taut, built like an ox, and somehow, even though all those muscles show through those hardened scales, you all feel the boom surging through you, and right before that, you would have probably felt fear starting to grip you, but because of that, Perforce allows you to push through that feeling of dread. The dragon begins to slowly crawl down, step by step, down that encartment. It's setting into Proxinos that his real father is, or he knows he's the real father, but the father that raised him is no longer on the earth. And then Thraxes speaks and he says, "My boys, you are my boys. I own you. Medios, your real father was a false champion. And my dear Proxinos, your mother is but a whore to a shadow god. Telmoon, you are up."
Can't laugh, I said it first. But
He did. He did say it first.
brothers, show them why we deserve to be champions. And Telmoon will reach out and cast haste on Tyroxes.
Nice.
And he will sprint as far as he can towards the exit, or else if that doesn't work, try to get behind a mound of gold a little bit, but definitely towards the exit.
Okay, so he is going to
45 feet of movement
okay, and you said behind gold or
towards the exit, as close to the exit.
towards the exit. So this is easy. 5, 10, 15. This is 20 here, 25, 30, 35. This is about 40 here. You want to be out in the,
if I can't get by the exit, I'd want
you can get by the exit. You can get all the way to the exit.
Okay, yeah, I'll be at the exit then.
Okay.
That works.
Okay.
That's the 45. I do not have bonus actions left because I used it. Unfortunately, I believe in the last fight I did use Ancestral Guardian in the last fight, right? Yeah. Okay. I will end my turn.
Okay. As this is happening, the dragon is simply looking and does not respond as it moves to Taroxys.
How far does 60 feet get me to that dragon?
A second here. 50 feet.
60.
60 gets you to the top of the first, like right there, but not. So because you did this here counted as another 10 of difficult terrain as you leapt up and start climbing.
So is there what's the distance between me and the dragon?
You're looking at. Let me get my little measuring stick. I just saw it over here. 1 second. I mean, range-wise, you're not that far. You'd probably be 30 feet, but let me just be clear. Yeah, like 25 feet.
All right, then as a bonus action, I'm going to activate Giant's Might. I'm gonna get real big.
Giant's might, right? That's
Correct.
what you said? Okay, so you're increasing your size.
So I am now large. Advantage on strength checks and saving throws, and once on each of the turns, one of the attacks is an extra d6. So with being larger, can my halberd reach 20 feet?
From being so it creates and turns your space into what a 10 by 10
A 10 by 10, and then the halberd has reach.
of a 20. Here's what I'll have to use as a stand-in. Ugh, it's so tight. I'll allow you to. I'm gonna allow you to make it. The dragon will not count as being. Of course, it actually wouldn't count as being in combat anyway because it's reach. But yeah, but I'll give you disadvantage on it. It's like you're just. He could easily pull his head back.
I'll try it anyway. All right. Let's see. Okay, so first attack at disadvantage. That's going to be a 21.
That will hit him. So halberd slashes across. You don't feel it dig in too deep, but it does hit him.
That's going to be 10 total damage on that first one.
Okay.
Second attack with disadvantage is a 16 hit.
That misses.
All right. Third attack with disadvantage.
Shit.
What about a 17?
That misses.
15 misses as well. All right. How many was that? Was that 3 or 4?
That was. I think you did. You have 4. You have 4 attacks. You did 3. I think.
2 attacks per action, and haste gives me an extra action.
Oh, gotcha. So yeah, I think you just did 3. So nice. So Taroxys is just clawing his way, leaps, land. Like he doesn't even really climb up. He just like leaps up, slams down, and starts growing, and then strikes out. Twice, but that third one catches. Damage is done.
What
If
about
he's
an 18
oh, you have
for that
4 attacks.
final?
So you have 3 and a haste. That will hit.
Well, no, I have 2 attacks per action. So
Okay.
I took the first 2 attacks,
Took
and then
those
I have
2.
haste, which gives me another action. So it's 2 turns per that second action.
Right.
2 attacks per that second action.
Oh, it gives.
He
So
gets
it's like
4
it's like
attacks.
action surge. It gives you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Got it. So that will hit.
So does an 18 hit?
Yes, it does.
All right, so that's
Found it, guys. 18.
half as good. So that's going to be 11 damage.
All right, he'll take it.
And that is the turn.
He takes the hit, and he immediately like kind of swings forward with one of his huge claws, but he seems a little off, and he just automatically misses as he does it. This then moves from Telmoon to Roxy's to Proxinos.
Okay, so Proxinos is going to move a bit away from Telmoon in, like, I would say up 10 feet, I would say.
10 feet right here. That's about 10 there. If you want to.
And pointing to the sky as the area above starts to form these dark clouds. He casts Call Lightning.
Okay. Nice.
And the clouds span about 20 feet. Wait, 20 feet up, and it's 60 foot around.
Mhm.
And then a lightning strikes as he says, "Don't you call my mother a whore."
Oh, all right. So I need to make a save? Dex save?
A dex save of 14.
Okay.
I also misread haste. It only gives one additional attack, so
That's
he
what
can
I
have-
thought. That's okay. So then, yeah. So then, with that, what was the last damage? Was like
11.
11. Oh, okay. Okay. They go back. Okay. Thank you for being honest on that. Proxinos. Oh, so yeah, I'm giving you a dex save. Let me get that for you. So dragon kind of goes to move. Oh my gosh, and we'll take the full hit.
That is a total of 13 lightning damage.
Wow. So like almost this lightning crackles around one of the stalactites above, and like it's being channeled from above all the way through the mountain, slams down into like right behind his shoulder, and you feel like he kind of shudders as it rolls through him. He kind of shakes it off very quickly, continues on, blows smoke out of his nose, roars.
That's then that is it.
Can Telmoon, Taroxys, and Proxinos give me a perception check?
That's a 9.
I should
Okay.
switch to using that die for my attacks. Second natural 19 in a row for an 18.
Nice.
And
10. Okay. And so where you're at in the place, nothing too crazy, but I think the only one person that really noticed something while you're dealing with the dragon is Telmoon. And you notice that near Proxinos there are scattered teeth on the ground. And they're large, probably sheddings from the dragon that are scattered in small piles. That's it. So you just notice that, and then we continue to move on. So Proxinos is gone. Proxinos, was that it? You need bonus action? Anything else for you?
a bonus action.
Okay. So then, and that literally makes sense because as he was leaping, he was struck by the lightning. It blew off some of the rocks. They kind of go spilling off everywhere. But before he can, kind of crumble off or fall down below, the dragon is able to catch some air and kind of and just glide down to a spot right here, halfway. Slamming down, spewing up, coins and bits of his hoard into the air. Move this back some. he just goes, "I've had enough," and he just breathes out. Here, a 30-foot cone. So that should be Medios, all the way to actually. It should get everyone. It should get Fitz, Apo, Medios, and Pythias in the blast. I need a deck save from all of you as you just see this jet stream of fire breathed at you.
I'm gonna use my ray. I'm gonna activate my cloud rune.
Okay, what does it do?
When you or well, actually, they're not in 30 feet of me. I rescind my previous statement.
I actually got a 16 on the dex save.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Enough?
Medios got an 18.
There, Medios got an 18.
Fitz got a 23.
Oh, not bad.
That'll save even from an ancient dragon.
Apo got 17.
Apo got 17.
They're all good, but maybe not good enough. That scares me.
What's that?
So those are all so good, but maybe not good enough considering what we're fighting, and that scares me.
So I heard 18. Anything 16 or lower? 17 or
16.
lower? 16. So you'll take full 17 up. 17 up, and you're good. So Pythias will take the full damage. I'm gonna roll this. Now you do have temporary hit points, so 61 damage if you failed, 30 if you passed.
That's the temporary hit points
There's
gone.
the temporary hit points.
See how calm my man just said 61 damage, like that wasn't just all our hit points.
Is Pythias down?
Not yet. He is looking roasted though.
Yeah, he gave you 30 so you could survive that first.
Smite.
My ideas is smelling delicious right now.
So some of
And-
you go ahead.
There's no way I can make the save to maintain concentration. So Hunter's Mark falls too.
False. Okay. So as that drops away, some of you, some heroically, however you leaped or tried to, get behind a stalagmite or just dive down below, or get close to the ground. Your skin's not hanging off like you should be dead if you weren't able to you were able to move in a position where you didn't die. But just the heat alone, some of it burning some of your gear, some of it scarring some of your skin, and you're just feeling exhausted from it. As that happens, the dragon is done and just chuckles, brings his wings in, and we move to Fitz.
Oh man. I am going to scoot so that I'm within 15 feet, but kind of maybe towards the right side.
Is that?
Yeah,
you wanna be
but I
far?
need to be within 15 feet of.
You want to be
this-
within 15 feet of him? So 15 is 3.
Oh, I'm sorry.
3
I'm a
spaces.
liar. I'm a liar. 60
Yeah.
feet. I was
60
reading
feet. So
the
yeah,
wrong
so if you
stuff.
want to get farther, just watch.
I'd like to
Just watch
stay-
backing too close towards the lava pits. They do.
Oh,
they
that's
are.
what that is.
They are real. That's nothing I should have.
Thank
If I
you.
didn't make it clear enough, that's something that Telmoon would have noticed where he's at too. This is a full active lava pit here, and
Awesome.
this is pretty obvious that there's one here, and then there's one over there as well.
Just remember, the breath is a code.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a 30. It
Um,
was a 30-foot cone. So yeah.
And I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers at 3rd level. And, I think he's just going to get the feeling of like when you leave the iron on and you're like, did I leave the iron on? Did I leave the iron on? And you can't stop thinking about it. And it's going
Uh-huh.
to drive him crazy if he came past a wisdom save of 15.
Click on iron. What? Did not turn off the forge.
Yeah.
So one way to run.
He's rolling. He rolled terribly low on a wisdom save. So go ahead and give him that damage. Or,
So, okay, I'm just gonna roll 5d6 really quick.
okay. Is it psychic damage?
It is.
It's not that it matters. It's probably going to work anyway. It's not like he's resistant to anything. I don't like that.
Yes, it's psychic damage.
Okay. Get out of my head.
So Mal, as part of Apo's reaction, he does have absorb elements.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna take 15 instead of 30.
Yeah.
Oh, 15 instead of 30. Great. Okay, sweet. That's awesome.
And he's gonna take 20 points of psychic damage.
Not
There
bad.
we go. Looking rough, right?
Nice.
Does he have
And
to
that-
run?
For Dissonant Whispers, that is a great
That's-
question.
If he failed,
That
he
is-
has to run. Yeah.
That is a new spell.
Uses his reaction to move as far away as possible.
Yep. What they said. To move as far as its speed allows away from you. It doesn't move into obviously dangerous ground.
Okay. And
Yeah.
he... Okay. Then he will move, fly back up and perch on this side. And it doesn't have a lasting effect, right? So it was just for that turn.
He did lose his reaction for the turn. So.
He lost his
Yeah.
reaction. Okay, makes
Mhm.
sense. That will stand as we move next to. I mean, that's probably good and bad. As like so, some of you who were close by could have got some really good attacks in.
Sorry.
Apple, you're up.
Does that trigger anybody's opportunity attacks?
Did
I'm
he land
guessing
close
it-
enough to anyone?
I had to be
Oh,
5
when he
feet
moves
to
away?
use Sentinel.
The only
Um,
person he shot that, so he wasn't in combat range.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
then,
no one was. Even with because Medios has reach, but he wasn't even close enough. Yeah.
I mean, Pythias looks like he was inside of his mouth when he snapped that, so I was just wondering if that was
Yeah,
because
if you want to see it again, he's like he's right here.
Didn't
I'm
quite
looking
make
over
it.
at my boy
Oh,
Pythias right now.
He's
He
really
looking-
supposed to be. Actually, I mean,
Well done.
what's the reach on the spear? Is it 10?
It's 10.
10 feet. Is it?
No, wait.
Because this is actually he's still 10 feet away.
Oh no,
where
I mean
where
based on
have
his
it.
hit points left, Pythias looks like he was in his mouth when that fire went off.
Oh,
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
You ever smelled fried fish? It's a lot.
Yeah, he's
like
gonna be
that.
a fish taco.
Oh man. All right, Zappa, what are you doing?
he's going for the longbow.
All right.
Oh man, the first one. Yeah, no, first one is no good. It's an 8.
Should be +2 to it.
Uh,
You already have a magic weapon.
It was the master.
It's a
workflow,
+1
right?
magic weapon. Yeah, everything is now.
So
Yeah,
so
but I
then
mean-
it's
It starts off as a +1, right? So it moves to 2, or
Oh, what does the?
the
Masterwork is a
bone
+1.
is not +1.
No, it won't stack. It's just
Got it. Okay.
Porphyro's just giving you guys a boon, so it doesn't make the weapon any better. Yeah.
yeah, no, none of them
Okay.
hit. It's even with the +1, it's still 14. So
So
These
Medios
arrows
doesn't have
ring
a
out.
+7 spear
As the-
right now.
As the dragon's flying away, one of them kind of
+6.
tears through a bit of the leathery flap on his skin, but just nicks it. Doesn't do anything as he lands down, centers himself. Apo is done.
is he more than 90 feet away?
He is.
Like close to that.
Yeah, he's about. He's more like from you. I think that's about 80 feet.
Okay, then he's gonna cast as his bonus action, Hunter's Mark.
Okay, that works. Yeah, because this stick is about 90 feet. So yeah, that's still that works.
And that's it.
Okay, so he is Hunter's marked. Which I'll just put a little token right there so I remind myself. Okay. As we move from Apple, we move to Medios, who is like, as he's running away. Where are you going, you beast?
Yeah. He's definitely not in range to get to him.
He does have, well, his one ability, that range that gives him range and outside of throwing the spear.
Oh, wait a minute. So, but I mean, wait a minute. If he throws the spear, it's
He basically can cast lightning from the spear.
okay.
It doesn't count as him throwing it. It's like, it's almost like a throw, but it casts it and he kind of gets it back, kind of Thor style.
Okay. So he can do that. Can he do that twice?
He can only do it once.
Only once.
Once per 24 hours, yeah.
Okay, I mean, I guess he will thrust the spear out as the lightning shoots out.
All right, I'll make a dex save then.
And how much damage is that?
It's I think it's 6d6, and I ended up with a 15. I guess we have to give Medios a spell save, which would be 8 plus the attunement. So 8 plus proficiency? Let's say it's at 2, be 10. And then what's his goes off of wisdom? What's Medios' wisdom?
1 plus.
Let's call it 16.
So I beat
16,
it.
right?
He could, yeah. So I'll take half of it.
I like 16 as a round number.
Okay, so you said 66 or
66. I think that's this regular spell for thunder. I can look it up really quick.
I always thought it was 8.
A lightning bolt is 8d6.
Oh, 8. I'm sorry. 8.
8? Okay, so 2 more. And that is 16, 18, 23, 27, 29 lightning damage.
Right. So take 14 then.
And he is going to continue to move to the left side.
Is he going to try to move up the rocky encampment? Is he kind of going up this towards him, or is
he's going to the left side there, like getting closer, but also just making sure he's not grouped up with the others.
Is this a good stop point? So 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, he could get all the way here.
30 because he saw the cones it's a large wide cone.
Got it. Okay. So he's hiding right there. So both brothers have now blasted the dragon with all they have from lightning. Medios giving it his all from the from the ancient spear that his father fought this dragon with. And if he is done, then move to Pythias. And again, he normally does have 3 attacks, but only for melee. So then we move to Pythias.
Yeah.
All right, Pythias is going to stagger forward. I want to take my 30 feet of movement directly towards Thraxes. How far would that get me?
Towards Thraxes, 30 feet.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's one way. 5, 10. It's basically where Medios is if you're going up the up this encampment.
Yeah.
If you're going towards the gold, it's all about somewhere right here.
Okay. See, I don't think that quite.
If he dashes, he'd probably get to right there.
Yeah.
But, I don't
well,
know.
I'm thinking I have Misty Step, but I don't think it's going to make it even if I take the movement and then do another 30 feet teleport.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, I will go straight toward him in a direct line.
Okay.
Not going up the sides, yeah. So on the pile of gold, I guess.
5, 10, 15, 25, 30. 30 gets you right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And going to take a bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark one more time. And I will be, as I'm moving forward, unfortunately, I'll not be using the magic weapon that I was just gifted, but pulling out the javelin as I'm running forward. And
so now he's Hunter's marked by both you and The other one, yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, let me chuck a javelin at it. Which I don't think that's gonna hit. No, 16.
Now, so the dragon is like dodging, moving back and forth angrily.
Yeah. I do have 2 attacks. I can toss 2 javelins, right?
Yeah. Is this still the same turn where I lost my reaction?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna chuck 1 more javelin. Nope, not gonna hit.
All right.
That's all I got.
Okay. As we're fighting, Pythias is the last in the order, and so as the fight is starting to kind of just kick off and intensify, just for a moment, Proxinos, you have no matter how long or brief, you have a brief moment where you remember a memory of Penthos before he fought the dragon, the real Penthos. Are you willing to share anything about your father or a memory from your past?
And I think one thing that's kind of pops in his head as he is seeing Pythias, Midios, Fitz, and Apodexis as they're being like roasted by the fire. Is that fire that's like kind of like do you see the reflection in his eyes of the fire as he sees the Theraxis trying to burn down Akros? Got it. Nice. And suddenly we smash away from that. You will be Proxinos. You have an inspiration point, and we kick off the next round with Telmoon. Because Telmoon, you're at 22, right? Yep. On your initiative.
Yes, so. My initiative. Yeah. You got this, buddy. Telmoon's gonna go ahead and sneak around the corner. He's gonna get out of a direct line of sight. And he'll end his turn.
So where's he gonna be at?
He's gonna go like through the door. He's leaving.
Oh, he's leaving. Okay. So he's just running down the hall?
No, he's just getting out of
just
direct
standing
fire.
Out of Got it.
If fire breath comes in that direction, he wants to not be directly hit.
Yep. All right.
And he's gonna cast mirror image on himself.
Okay, so he starts to shimmer and start to see 3 Telmoons in the space where he's at off in the darkness. As we kind of camera pans over, pushes in on Taraxes, who is now large, in charge on his other side. What does he do?
That full 60 feet back towards the dragon.
All right.
Whatever the fastest route is.
This would be 30, climbing that. This would be going down this way and be jumping down. So you could go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Ugh, I don't think you got it like on, this would be, because these are, if they're difficult terrain, then, and they're 10, let's say it's about 10 feet up. So that's 40 feet of movement. So 40, 45,
I'll use my hasted action to dash.
Okay, not a lot. 5, 10, 15. So that should get you in a reach.
All right, we're swinging. Is it still disadvantage?
What's the range on it? 20?
Yeah.
Then you're good. Yeah.
Okay, 2 swings with the halberd. Look at me, you overgrown lizard. I am the champion of Porphyros. Swing number 1 is a 12 to miss. Oh, I hate D&D Beyond and how it calculates cock dice.
And you could tell when you said that he that he just looks angrily, and almost like maybe it's starting to settle in that what's happening here. Himself thinking himself the champion, but doesn't say anything.
The second attack is a 26.
That's gonna hit for sure.
All right, and if my damage dice could roll for anything, that's going to be 11 total damage.
All right, so how we're smashing into his into like one of the wings. He steps back. Fool. And that was the last attack, right? Because you used the haste rush.
Mm-hmm. Do better. And that's my turn.
I will use a reaction because when you approached him, he would have been facing this way. So anything on his rear axis, he automatically uses his tail when somebody moves into range.
Is that a legendary reaction?
It's a reaction.
He uses the action.
You can't use that until my turn.
Oh,
I'm the one who took your reaction.
Got it.
I thought that
can't
reset at every new turn order.
It doesn't.
Wait,
reset
it's not his turn yet.
Yeah.
Does it reset at my turn?
No,
Or
it resets
your
on
turn?
the dragon's turn, but the
dragon's
dragon
next
didn't
turn.
have it when he entered the airspace. So
Okay, I
didn't
got
have the
something
reaction.
else after. Okay, well
So you
now,
can use your legendary action though if you would like.
what
to.
I
Just
will use
tail whip him.
is because Taroxys was, so it's now initiative turn 20. So on 20, what he does is being close to the top of the wall and stuff, he just rears back on his hind legs and slams his hands against the top of the wall, shuddering parts of the and roars into Taroxy's face as hard as he can, scraping his claws across, and stalagmites, wherever they are at, like just start to kind of crumble free and fall. Now they are in certain spots so that you
Stalagmites, we're safe, guys.
this one's gonna be so let me see who's safe.
Teacher in the library, you got it.
Both so Medios is in range of them, and Medios, it's really just in this area right for here. It's Medios and Pythias. So I need a dex save from you both.
No.
Yeah.
Please save Pythias.
I moved the dice, but it was, I don't think it's going to make it anyway. It's an 11.
That's a 12.
Right, so those are fails. You will take. Give me 1 second to find.
Pythias, you give yourself an aura yet? No.
Level 6, I think, or 7.
Got it.
It's 6.
Yeah.
Okay. So I need to roll more. 12 piercing damage, 6 if you passed.
Pythias briefly passes out and staggers back to consciousness with 1 hit point.
Oh. And I will say that as you guys are fighting, kind of like your insight, you start to realize that the way he's using his lair, in all respects, you can possibly do the same. Maybe not as strong as him, but basically using the environment. Certain things that I point out and share where those things are, they can be used in different ways. But that's it. So he reacts, he does that, they fall, and then Taroxys are, locked in combat, and then we move to Proxinos.
Okay.
That was a layer action, so it's nothing to do with him. It's just takes place on initiative 20.
Proxinos, after seeing as Taroxys is in combat, he points again to the sky as another lightning bolt crackles down. The dragon needs to make a dex save again.
Okay.
Do I need one as well, or?
No, I do not believe so.
You're far enough away.
13 will
It's-
fail, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna cast in a legendary resistance and just take half.
And just take half. Okay. So
There you go. Burn them.
that is 14 cut down to 7 lightning.
All right. So it's like, so the way that looks is he just kind of closes up very quickly, brings his wings completely in. You don't see anything, and it just like the lightning just rolls and shudders over the wings, and then he, kind of slowly opens them, looking at Taraxis, and then kind of smoking.
And moving another 15 feet up by the rock wall.
Yep. 15. So if you were here, 5, 10, 30 would get you because of difficult terrain right to the top.
And that'll be the end of Proxenos's turn.
Okay. He surveys, realizing he's being attacked from so many different angles. He will. Actually, what's my reach?
He can turn back into a human. That's perfectly fine with us.
He's got those T-Rex arms, right? 5 foot reach. Can't really.
He will fly down.
That doesn't
Slam down. No, yeah, he can take his opportunity of attack.
I was gonna ask, but they beat me.
All right, so he just starts to fly away from Taraxis. Taraxis strikes. Taraxis hits him on the tail as he lunges and kind of starts to hover down, glide down towards Medios. 7 damage, Taraxis.
7 damage. My damage
Thanks, dude.
dice are garbage.
You see the back of the tail open up a bit. You see some of the blood splash off. So you realize you're hitting him and it's working, but he's just got so much fortitude. As he lands down below, in front of son. It saddens me to have to destroy my own property. And he starts to he's just going in claws, tooth, nail. So the first strike to Medios will be with a claw. It's a nat 20 for 30. For 34. And he will.
Medios is down.
Are you in 30?
No. That was the hit. I haven't rolled any damage yet.
Oh, you should.
Oh, that was.
Yeah, that was just a nat. It's a nat 20 though, so I don't. So so the claw will do 15, and I need to roll 2 more.
That was the one right there, Josh.
So 28 slashing damage into
Medios is down.
Oh. He slowly begins to kind of turn and look at Pythias and just smile. And then he strikes Pythias with a bite. I enjoy fish. Thank you for coming to me. I didn't have to fly out to the Melitian Sea. The strike is a 19, so I don't know if that hits. I know Pythias is pretty. I don't know. I think it does.
19 is now my armor class with the +2.
So it does hit.
Okay, he's down.
Yeah, because of the 1 hit point. So hopefully we'll see if this overkills, but I don't think it can't. But the damage will be, you take fire damage and piercing for 26 total damage in that attack. So you just see him, and he picks him up and he just ragdolls him, and then tosses him about 10 feet away. Like, this is my land. and he will end there. So we move to Fitz. You are up.
Where's Pythias?
Pythias, he flung him to the left, so he's now 10 feet behind him.
Okay.
So to make it, he's sorry, try to give you a view. He's right there. I'll even put him like a little bit closer. It's like right there. But he just like bit him and ragdolled him a bit. Sorry, you tell Moon's in the shadows over there. Pentos up there. Taroxy's up on the wall. You got Apo about 30 feet away from you. About 30 feet away from him.
I will just get within 60 feet and cast Dissonant Whispers again.
Okay.
And I think this time he might notice that some of his treasures are missing.
Okay. All right, and he's where? Wait. Let's see if he
missing. That's a Wisdom save of 15.
Oh my god, terrible rolls on my wisdom saves. He'll auto pass. Don't resist it. But he does, and he's frustrated. He goes, he like looks at your eye, and he goes, "Did you take my son?"
Me? And he's going to get
So it's half, right? Yeah, because he.
It would have been 21 points total.
Take the 10. All right.
The egg is fully the same size as Fitz.
It's actually pretty small. It's it's bigger than they were in Game of Thrones, but not so big that it's like popping out of a satchel on her back.
Like my pocket is massive. And there's what do I focus? I'm going to use my last bardic inspiration to cast Unsettling Words. As a bonus action, any creature I see within 60 feet is going to take 1d8, and I'm gonna roll 1d8.
You can do this. You can do this as a bonus. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's a bonus action.
Okay.
And they're gonna subtract the number rolled from their next saving throw.
Okay.
And that's a 6.
Yes, ma'am, it is. That's what I'm talking about.
So would I have to make a save?
So you don't the next wisdom save that you make, you have to subtract a 6.
Got it.
Or the next save. I'm sorry.
Got it. Okay.
Send Crocs and those lightning slaps on.
The next saving throw. Yep. And that'll end my turn. So.
Give me my egg and maybe I let you go, little one. What do they mean? What does this group mean to you? And then we go to Apple, unless she responds.
They mean more to me than you, that's for sure.
Apodexis. He's concentrated on Fitz standing there in front of him. You can feel his breath just breathing down, the heat just breathing down on you, Fitz.
He's how close right now?
To you, 20 feet.
20 feet.
Actually, 5, 10. You're 15 feet away from you.
Okay. He's gonna move as close as possible. So right
Nice.
next to him. And he's using that mace. Just gonna swing with all his might. So the first one. 13. First one misses.
You go to slam into his foot, and he just kind of steps back.
And he's gonna strike again. You need to be on his.
And he misses again.
Yeah, that's it. And he'll just no, he's just gonna he'll
Was there any bonus from Hunter's Mark applied?
Oh, yeah.
oh
Because you had Hunter's marked in.
It gives you a bonus on
it's
damage,
on
though, right?
damage though. Only
Okay,
damage.
yeah, damage.
Just checking.
Yeah, because, you didn't hit. So,
This is extremely stupid, but Apple's gonna try and climb onto that tail. If
I was about to
possible.
do a Renee move.
Yeah.
If you don't roar at him right now,
I'll give you a with him focusing on Fitz, an advantage grapple because he's so big. I imagine it's easier to get up on him, you being a cat, but he still can resist it and try to shake you off. So athletics, advantage athletics.
Nice.
Got a 25.
Oh god. Neither one of those.
So as you go to jump on, you go jump for the tail. You leap and you just get swatted. I'm not giving you damage, but you just get swatted by the tail and thrown on your ass, and you rebound off and jump up to your feet.
Yeah, now that's it.
Proxinos, I'm feeling merciful. Go home. You know who your family is now. But this one, and his back foot just slides and claws rakes over Medios' body. This one is mine. And then it's he doesn't say, and then unless you respond, and it would have been Medios. Medios needs to give me a death save. So he's down, and then Pythias is going to give a death save, and then we'll be
Rolled 11.
all right. So one save from Medios.
You see a scowl on Proxinos' face, like he's about to do something or say something, but he doesn't. But it's just that stare.
Got it. And they just kind of stare at each other. Can I have an insight check from everyone?
a 9.
A dirty 1.
Okay.
22.
So I think
8.
19.
19. So Proxinos, staring at the beast, you're able to, like you said, you kind of had that smirk, so you can tell that you can tell that you guys are definitely feeding off this boon of purples, but you can tell that you're hurting him, and you feel that you're actually doing better than you think. But the dragon is playing a very good game, kind of puffing out his chest. So maybe that reassures you to stay in the fight. That's all you understand. And at that moment, Pythias takes another death save, or takes his death save.
Yeah. And because of heroic destiny, I get advantage.
Okay, nice. Like it.
So that's a 12. Okay, good thing I have advantage. So 12.
12 it is. Okay. Top of third round, dragon lets out a roar, and then from those shadows we go kind of push in to see what Telmoon is doing. And again, the next turn.
Telmoon sneak puts his. So lair action already happened? Oh no, it's
No,
happened.
you're 22.
Crap.
Yep.
Crap. Okay. Why did I delay my turn? Telmoon is going to peek his head around, and he sees that the dragon's fairly distracted. So he wants to take like a run and slide, and use his action to hide behind the gold to get back in the room, but just be unseen.
So you're moving to do what?
45 feet and just sliding behind the gold.
Okay, so
basically, I'm not hiding. I'm not gonna hide. I'm gonna take
just
a dodge
standing
action.
behind the gold, right?
Yeah,
there?
so I'm kind of crouching and I'm taking a dodge action, trying to be
shifty.
Hopefully
okay.
he doesn't. Hopefully he doesn't see me, but he will.
All right.
He's a dragon, so he'll see me, but can't keep watching my boys get knocked out like that. That's my turn for now, though.
Okay. The dragon does not respond. Move to the next here. Sorry. A little scattered. Taroxys.
Taroxys roars. What kind of champion keeps running from a fight, you scaredy little skink? And runs at him. How far does the first 60 get me?
If you're jumping down, then you're gonna get there, because you're coming down, not going up, so you're no longer climbing. So a good 60 will easily get you.
Yeah, he gets all up in his business and swings with his maul.
So much shit.
That first strike being a 14. And missing both times. 14 and a nat 1.
I'm just gonna put it for sight. He's definitely right there.
I do have a third attack.
He does.
That's also a nat 1.
Jeez, so he's swinging. The dragon is like almost like lifting off the ground, slamming down and lifting off and slamming down.
Stop aiming for the head. Just hit it.
And yells out, "Run away again! Just try it!" And ends his turn.
He goes, "Ugh," and when he just rakes his claws, and he goes, "I won't. If I can't have it, you can't either." And he just rakes his hand, because he's right there, and just starts to drag it through, and he just, in one pick, using his tail as well, kind of spins, throws all of the gold, like this entire, like pushes it all out as Taroxys, Telmoon, Pythes is already down. So Taroxys and Telmoon need to give me dex saves, as he's pretty much just like throwing gold at you, like all the weapons, anything that's in there.
Both have advantage.
Fair enough.
You because of haste and me because of dodge.
Good stuff.
That's okay. The advantage got me a whole 14.
All right. So 14 is a fail.
22.
22, you pass. So Telmoon is dodging like gold ripping by. Sorry, it does do bludgeoning. It's not much, but it's like a little.
Should have stayed in my hole. I'm sorry, guys.
So it's 12 if you fail, 12 or 6 if you pass, and you go prone from like the stuff falling on you.
You have to be a 4 or higher.
Well, he's still like right here, but just kind of.
Okay. You are still hasted, Taroxys.
And so this no longer looks this way. And what he did is a lot of it got shoved forward and it's scattered, but a huge punch of it, like as Telmoon jumped over, slid into the lava, and you just see it like melting in the magma, almost like just getting rid of his own gold. There's still plenty of it, but like a good 40% of the horde just got shoved to the side.
Hey, that's ours after we kill you. Stop wasting it.
I don't care. I can clearly collect more. We then move to Proxinos.
Proxinos, like with that stare down as he is trying to he's trying to do something. How far away is Midios from Proxinos?
And Proxinos, by the way, I'll just add that as you see him do that, you notice his like the gullet under his neck like lights up for a second, and steam pours out of his nostrils.
Not great.
Is Midios 120 feet away from
He's
Proxinos?
well with your Medios is 20, 30. He's about 80 feet away.
Okay. So what he's going to do is Araxes, I'm over here, as he uses his call lightning again and like trying to strike his head, like trying to get his attention away.
Okay.
And he is going to need another dex save as lightning strikes down.
Fair enough. I'll do it again.
-6.
Jeez. All right. Yeah.
So what do you get?
Sorry, I had to re-roll. I realized I've been rolling the wrong stat for my wisdom save. My save was a little bit higher, but it doesn't matter. It's
Yeah, dex save?
I'm doing it now. You said you said dex save.
Yeah.
Got it. So I'm lose 6 to this one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I've been doing this one. I thought it was a wisdom. So it was a 19. So without minus the 6, it'll be a 13. So
You would fail.
You would fail.
And that is 18 lightning damage.
Nice.
And as he is casting the lightning and like causing this like huge commotion, he, as his bonus action, as he's like doing this at the same time, this gray mist like goes over Midios's body and brings him back up as he heals for, let's see here, he heals for 1 HP and gets 1 temporary hit point.
Nice. As you're constantly hitting him with this like lightning, like railing through his body, this is the first time where you can tell that the lightning has him spent for a second. He like tries to catch his breath, and he kind of staggers. You know, maybe everyone doesn't see it who's down or who's in the middle of the fray, but Proxino sees it. You can tell he's angry. Whatever he's going to do here next, you just don't know what it is, to the point where I don't know what it is, and I will roll for it.
And he clearly wanted his attention, so
I know he wants it. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. So he turns momentarily and looks at Taraxes down on the ground. And he almost like goes to open his mouth, and maybe he hears you, like calling out to him again. And he just angrily brings his head back. He will use his tail to strike Apodexis. Actually, he doesn't even use his tail. Well, he can use that as a because it's behind him. So Apodexis, I'm gonna strike out.
No, it's okay. You don't have to.
So 22. Apple will take.
Yeah, that hits.
Come on. I'm trying to roll these and it's not rolling. D&D and Beyond is being weird, so let me roll. Let me
2 damage? Okay.
5, 16
Just keep
damage.
rolling? Okay.
And after he does that, using his claw and his bite, he snatches up Medios, and he picks him up. The spear drops out of Medios' clutches, and you can take your opportunity attack, and he flies Medios over, holding him one hand, and lands close enough for him to be staring directly at Proxinos. Anyone? I think that was Apple is close enough to take that opportunity of attack.
If anyone needed to hit any time, Apple, this is the one.
I know.
Because Medios is still down. Am I not?
No,
mistaken?
he's up.
Yeah, he's up.
He's up. Oh, okay.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
I brought him.
21 to
Let's
hit.
go! Sentinel Mel.
Actually, that's my fault. So I missed something. Then what I will do is you can take all of your power back. You can take all everything I did to you, Apodex, is
Mhm.
back. Yep. And instead, I will just fly over here and land. And you can give me your opportunity to strike if you want.
So that was 21 to hit, and then it was
Hits.
4 damage.
And does Sentinel prop?
Yeah, he has Sentinel Mel.
Say that again.
He has Sentinel.
Oh, okay. Then,
So it cancels your movement for the turn.
fair enough.
So if you want to hit him with your tail again, you can.
Yeah, I'll take the free action on the tail because the tail was a reaction. So you'll just it's gonna go 20. It's like 23 this time. So take the tail hit. For some reason my dice are rolling this time again. So you can take 13, so a little bit less. And then so he looks at Medios, and without moving, he just opens his mouth. And instead of the blast going outward, it's a stream. It's just a pure stream going directly into the boy. Give Medios a dex save.
It don't matter.
Now I'm going to activate my Cloud Rune because I know he's within 30 feet.
Let's go.
When a creature you can see within 30 feet of you is hit by an attack roll, you can use your reaction to choose a different creature other than the attacker within 30 feet to become the target of the attack.
So are you now the target?
So I will make the dex save with advantage.
right.
That's good because I rolled a 2.
How's an 18?
And 18 does pass, so you'll take half of the attack. So let me go ahead and roll for it.
What's up, Indy?
I don't know what, man. To be honest, okay, here we go.
You can roll fewer dice if it's easier.
It's probably tallying up the score right now. I don't know why it's moving so slow. Okay, and because it's immolation, he's channeling it as a blast. It does 3d8 more.
I have more health than Midios.
So 76 hit points of damage. You pass it, you'll take half of that.
We should let him die, bro.
What's half of that?
So what is half of it? What is that? Somebody
35
tell me.
plus 3,
30
39?
39.
I'm still up.
Okay. I was trying to give you a chance to let Medios go. Like, okay.
Well, Josh, we need to get him out of the story arc anyway.
So yeah, so when it's said and done, like it looks more like a laser focused blast, and it leaves a mark, in the bronze of your chest. You collapse to one knee, clutch your glaive, and just hold on. And stand
I'm already
back
still
up.
prone.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. So then you took it at disadvantage. You'd have taken your dex save at disadvantage.
Haste gives me advantage, so even if I had done a straight
Okay.
roll, it would have still been the 18.
Okay. And then I can't move because of the sentinel. All right. Then that's the dragon's turn. We didn't move to Fitz.
Fitz is gonna use dissonant whispers again. And this time he's gonna think, uh, I think my baby egg likes them more than it likes me.
Okay.
And that's the thought that's gonna ring in his head and drive him crazy. And that's a wisdom save of 15.
He got an 18. And so he thinks, and he just
So
kind of, he's like,
he's
why
gonna
are
take
these
half
strange
damage.
thoughts?
Okay. That's 16, so what, 8?
8, yep, we'll
Half.
take an 8. Oof. So you're hitting him, and you could tell, like, as you're casting this, is that you're slowly kind of eating away at his brain. But this this is not his first time around the block, so he knows his brain is being infiltrated, and you almost hear his voice now speaking to you like, young satyr, get out of my mind. And then we move to Apo.
He's going with the mace again. First hit is a 22.
We'll hit.
Man, let's get that damage. And that's gonna be 6, and then Hunter's Mark is another. It's a D6, correct, Colin?
Mhm.
1d6 on top of that. So that's 8 damage total for the first attack. And he's
All
gonna
right.
swing that bad boy one more time.
It's rapier that you're using. Scimitar, or is it
The mace.
mace? Okay, boom. So as your tail is kind of swinging back and forth, you're finding your spot. You slam it into one of the legs. He steps back. You slam it again to the side, one of his ribs.
Second one misses. Damn.
So he sidesteps.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's gonna be all he's gonna have right now.
You all are more worthy than I expected. I'll give you that. Fitz. So then it would move from Apo to Medios.
And I would imagine that as that beam of fire came out and was like on Midios, Tarax was taking the damage, and then Midios comes up from the fire with the spear as he charges right at him.
Give me your attack.
That one, no.
Oh my god. He gets 2 more. If this whole attack goes bad, I might capitalize on that nat 1. But let's see what his other 2 attacks look like.
Okay, next attack is a dirty 20,
Okay.
and that is going to be 2 piercing plus 4, so 6 plus 6 radiant.
Okay.
So that's 12. And then, all right, 22 to hit as
Wait, how many radiant was the first one?
the radiant was 6,
and how much was the-
piercing was 6.
Okay.
Yeah, but the spear is magical.
The spear is magical. So yeah. So what's
Yeah.
so I got the total. So.
So and then 11. So 10 piercing, 1 radiant.
So another 11. So so as this is happening, like you said, through the fire, blasting into Taraxes, he hits him right in the upper chest area with the spear. He twists it. He can tell it's close to the heart. He hears like a doom, doom. He can feel the vibrations of the heart. But what he realizes is that the spear itself is now jammed in the sternum, and he lifts up on his hind legs, ripping the spear away from Medios' grip clutches, and now it's in his chest as he continues to fight.
And that's the end of his turn as he used all his energy on that.
Pythias, you are up next, and then we go to another round.
Point of order, am I in lava?
No, you shouldn't be. I don't think I threw you in lava. You're just. Are you still down? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm still unconscious.
Okay, yeah. So you're just making, I guess, death save. Yeah, if you would have got thrown in the lava, that would have been it.
I'm looking at tabletop 1. Who is in the orange stuff in the back?
This is Apo here.
Yeah.
Hits. And then I can actually do. You're more like over. You and Taroxy's both.
Telmoon is back there. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't see.
Man,
Yeah.
I'm not
Telmoon's
gonna
over
jump
here.
away from the treasure
Telmoon.
into the lava, Mal. That's no good. I'll pass.
Oh, that's what you were asking. Yeah, you're asking about Telmoon over there.
Yeah,
It's
so I couldn't see who
hard
that
to get a
was.
shot, but that's him over
Yeah,
there.
that's fair. Okay.
Telmoon should not be dying in the lava. He's standing up,
Yeah.
hiding behind the treasure.
Okay. So yeah, Pythias is still unconscious. His spirit, as he's fighting for his life, is considering whether he even wants to come back to this horrible place or just be at peace.
Mm. And did he? What did he get? Is he 2?
Rowan.
Oh, okay.
He got a 15 on the
Okay.
death save.
So you've had 2 successes so far.
It's 2. Yeah.
2. Okay. All right. So he's fighting. He's in there fighting.
Back. Can't get done in
Sounds
by no
like it.
reptile.
Yep.
Telmoon, son of Telamon, you are up.
Apparently Telmoon's sleeping in the lava. What has Telmoon actually seen?
Are you? You're not down, are you?
I passed my deck saves, so I should have been standing still.
Gotcha.
And not in the lava, hopefully. But,
You're not in the lava.
Okay. But do I see the spear precariously close to my man's heart?
You do.
Am I 45 feet or less away from that spear?
You are.
Telmoon is going to charge and take a diving headbutt slam into the butt of the spear and try to push the spear deeper into his chest.
All right. I will.
What you got for me, Val?
I'll treat it as a disadvantage unarmed strike. And if you hit, you won't do the you'll do the unarmed strike damage plus the extra radiant damage of the spear.
Unarmed strike damage is garbage. But
I'll give you. I'll give you the spear. I'll give you the spear damage, and the radiant damage. But it's got to be disadvantage, yeah.
Rolled a 16 and an 11 with a plus 7 to hit.
So you go 16 and 11? 16 and a what?
Oh crap! Nope. It's not a plus 7 to hit anymore. I missed.
Oh.
I missed. It's only a plus 2 to hit because it's not my weapon.
And so you come leaping up, slow motion, and he brings his head down, and you guys just headbutt him, just bam, and you bounce right off and slam down into a bunch of like gold. But you are like, you're now in here with him. And
whatever.
Close.
How much of my movement did I use?
With the stamping over the gold, it's like 15 feet.
Okay. I'm going to bonus action, quicken spell, and just stab this dude instead then. Since I missed the headbutt.
So you're using a quicken spell? Is that okay? Got it. Go
Yeah,
for it.
so I can use my bonus action to do my action.
All
That's
right.
That's a 20 to hit.
That will hit.
D8 plus 5. 13 damage. And then Telmoon will back to where he was.
Okay. He has a disengage.
I have mobile, so if I attack, he can't. Opportunity attack.
Okay.
Right, guys. I tried.
Taroxys is up.
So Taroxys observed what Telmoon was going for, And he's going to stand up first. First order of business.
Smart play.
But then he gets an idea.
Uh-oh.
So, if you think about it, a maul is a really large hammer. And that spear's looking a whole lot like a nail.
How much how much damage does your maul do normally when you strike with it?
2d6 plus 5.
Okay.
And I feel like hitting it with a hammer will drive it a lot deeper than pushing it.
Okay. You're still aiming for a called spot, so I'll still allow, but it will be disadvantage.
Okay, I'll only do one
And
attack.
what I'll do is it will just be your damage plus. It'll be your damage of the maul plus the 1d8 radiant damage of the spear. That's how I'll do it for now. So it's
All right. So I'll clarify. Only the first attack is attempting that, because if he misses, he'll just keep swinging. So it'll be regular attacks after that. Okay.
you hit it to be good.
That's a 19.
That will hit.
Boom! As the flat head of the maul slams the spear deep into him.
Go ahead and roll the damage of the maul, and then add d8, and then give me the total.
19.
Uh,
The D8 was added, and then also the D6 from my giant smite.
okay, so he will. So the blow is tremendous. It hits him so hard that you hit it right on the spot, driving it in deeper, and you see like that radiant damage kind of radiate and crackle through his chest. He goes, ah! And as he gets hit, it pushes him back so that he slams, kind of breaking these stalagmites. Fitz has to jump out of the way, push him back about 15 feet so he's about right here on either side of them.
And I'm going to run at him again and take 2 more swings with the maul.
Okay.
That's my third nat 1 in 2 turns. But that one's an 18.
18 will hit.
So that'll be another 11 damage.
So I want you to describe like what that blow looks like, and if it was the most devastating blow that you were going for, if it wasn't even a death blow, what would it look like? What would you be attempting?
Once the spear goes in and he flies back, Teroxes roared and charged at him and kept swinging around the wound, because if it's in his ribs, broken ribs, he's just trying to bludgeon his way through the dragon's ribcage.
Nice. And so, boom, he hits him, and it hits him like right in the ribs, and even and then he's able to take another one and jam the bottom of that maul, that hammer, into his jaw, and like a couple of his teeth kind of fly out, and he staggers back, and instead of like blood pouring out of his mouth, there's like he coughs up a bunch of magma, and he bleeds very heavy, very deeply. Roxinos, is there anything that you'd say to him in this moment? You could tell he's really hurt. Or say or do. Actually, just even though I think Troxy's just like wrecked him, just because you're being the sun, giving you a chance to breaking all initiative order. Anything you want to add to this?
As seeing his teeth being knocked out, him coughing up magma. He says, "Any last words?"
I've got plenty.
they're not for you now.
When the dragon opens his mouth on that last word, Taroxys blows steam into his throat
Nice.
just to choke him up.
And he coughs, and he begins to stagger back, and he just says,
The gods betrayed me today. It's only a matter of time before they betray you. This is far from over.
and then he, like, as he's backtracking, just kind of just drops himself back into like the red pool here, and just like kind of like closes his wings and just kind of sinks down into the magma and bubbles.
So is he doing this before Proximos gets a chance to do anything?
Yeah, I didn't know if you were going to do something. So it sounded like you were just going to talk to him. Or are you doing anything?
So when he said, do you have any last words? He's pointing to the sky as he's about to fire.
Let him fire
one last lightning bolt. So a dex save.
I'll also allow, is there anyone else before the dragon? It would be
Proxos is the last one before the
Proxos is the last one. So yeah, this is really on you. And you can also even want to flavor if you want to add anything to Medio. So yeah, this would be the last strike before it's his turn anyway.
So almost like the lightning is like arcing off the spear that's still stuck in his chest. As he points into the sky saying any last words, and he says none for you. As he's backing away, the lightning comes down.
He will make another dex save.
He's moving away from everyone.
He's
right?
yeah.
So then does Apple get his opportunity of attack, if that was the case? Or
Oh,
did I
wow.
have to move out of
He failed, so give him your best of your damage
He
on
failed
lightning.
the dex save?
Yeah.
Okay.
He didn't move back so much as he was knocked back by an attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was kind of instantaneous.
17 lightning damage.
Okay, takes it. And I'm not honestly with everything that you're doing, Apple. You're able to cut him as he moves, and he just you kind of, instead of slinking back or what I described there, he kind of collapses down right near that lava, and he starts to shift and change. And when he kind of said and done, he kind of huffs, and it is kind of his turn now. And so he just stands up, and this was a good match. I know you want me dead, but I've got a lot more to give. I can tell the gods are holding me back. Fair enough, Perforos. You've chosen them over me. And he just turns and walks down into the magma. Kind of his hand, like throws it back like I don't care.
As he does that, it's you hear a resounding clap like a hammer hits an anvil, and he takes 7 more thunder damage reverberating through his chest.
Okay, and so as he gets slammed by that one, he won't do anything. He's too far. He could hit you, but
I didn't hit him back. That's his fault. He moved on his own. That's Perforos.
takes that extra damage, and he like dislocated like his shoulder a bit, and that almost like rings his bell, and he just almost just slumps over, not as cocky this time, and looks a bit messed up, and links away into that lava, and is gone. As you all are now there in his lair, all still alive, Medio's still there. What do you do?
Taroxys turns around and bull rushes Telman and sweeps him up, and he's still giant at the moment, but as he sweeps Telman up, he shrinks down to his still very large size. We are champions of Perforos! And he just kind of
as we're
around.
celebrating, he gets hit with this wave of lethargy, and we just both collapse together.
Fitz runs over to Pythias and casts Cure Wounds.
Glad you said that because I was rolling my death saves.
We celebrate for the next 3 minutes, turn around.
Medios walks over to Proxinos and he's like,
Proxino slides down like the cliff as he goes over to Medios.
He's still out there. But
and when he transformed back, the spear fell out of his chest. But it is they're both parts. It from like the slam of the hammer of Taroxes, it snapped in two, so it's almost like it's like a half spear. And Medios picks it up and walks it over, and he goes,
let's face it, this is yours.
And Proxinos, he grabs the blunt part, the half part. It's ours.
Fair enough.
and he cracks a smile. He's like soot all over his face. He's like he's got wounds and everything. And then so when you grab the other part, then he takes his other hand and like clasps your like forearm as you guys are standing there.
And
yeah. And
you
we
know,
will fade, or unless there's anything you said, fade to, I was gonna say fade to black and take a 5-minute break, but anything else you want to add in that scene?
Before he like ends it off, he just goes, and Mother's out there.
Well, let's get to finding her.
And then, you know, like the hug.
Yeah, and they hug. We kind of close on them. So yeah, we'll take 5 and we'll continue. But yeah, you guys are good stuff. I know you wanted to kill him, but so the way he was set up is, you know, you guys wrecked him for a good almost 200 hit points, which is what he had to take to flee, to run. But he had a lot more, so
I'll take surviving over winning.
Yeah, no, I'll take that. I didn't want to hit him again. The spell says if he walks away, it wasn't like I would be like, no, stay here.
According to the rules of this contest, giving up is losing. So we win. We're champion.
Nice. Yeah, so we'll come back in a minute. So, yep, good stuff. A little quick break.
All right.
Oh man, we made it, Troy. We did it.
Oh, how? Y'all, so many chances of dying.
Oh, it hurts me so much that I had to do that, but that was my only move. That was my only play.
Dude, because
Telmoon hates that, but
because you were Garrick, I learned the necessity of Sentinel. So, thank you, brother.
Sentinel does that, bro.
Dude, when that happened, I was just like,
there should be no reason why Midios lived there, but
oh my
my
god,
God.
how many hit points did he have left? Or
He had two.
He had
hit
two.
points.
No, he had 1 hit point and 1 temporary hit point.
I would have outright killed him if
I don't know how
Taroxes didn't
Colin's
do that.
still
He
around.
wouldn't have survived the immolation.
No,
move.
Mal, we're keeping him forever. He's gonna get 4 attacks.
I'm
around.
gonna kill him off. I'm sorry. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. He needs
He
to go
dies,
sit
we
out.
just-
Listen, you guys need to listen. Go let him sit out and do some politics. Take the house to Cristo. If you guys keep taking that guy on adventures,
Jason,
what?
Jason, this is Mel from Morkborg. Like,
yeah, stop
it.
taking that guy on adventures. Because he's for where you're at, he's so overpowered. Like he's a full gladiator. It's like he's still.
Which one was it? Was it Lake Elsinore?
I just no.
Where the
Here's the thing.
shark
I
comes
really,
out
to be
and
honest with you, I
sings.
really don't care. I just don't want NPCs to steal player glory. And I don't.
I'm-
And honestly, I don't think Medios wants to continue. I think he wants to find his mom, and after that, he probably doesn't want to keep traveling the land with you all. Like
I was saving him for those 3 spear attacks.
Exactly.
Yeah, if those spear attacks don't count no more, we don't care.
I meant to show this before we started, but my Kickstarter Vox Machina rewards came in.
There it is.
Hey.
And I spent more money than I'm willing to tell you my pledge level for this one. But it's everything.
Oh, not mad at you, bro.
It's all right, Josh, because I have to whisper because my kids don't know I ordered Tiamat.
I have a trinket plush.
Lovely. I want to kill it, but lovely.
Like the dice, it's like the whole shebang.
Nice.
The only thing I'm missing is the signed pilot script, which they can't give out till it actually comes out.
Beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Because it was originally just going to be the 1 episode.
That's a pretty penny you spent.
Oh, yeah, no, I pledged the $550 here.
Yeah.
Well worth it.
Yeah.
And I'm mad at it.
Which
You know,
got me
I
this
actually found Critical Role after the Kickstarter. That is
Critical
beautiful.
Role
I'm jealous of
messenger
that.
bag.
I'm
That
jealous
is
of
beautiful.
that.
But yeah, no, it's beautiful. The
Yeah.
pins for all the animated characters.
Yeah.
I was like, I got it, and I'm in love.
Yeah, I was so sad. I started watching Critical Role, I think that May. And I think the Kickstarter had just ended.
I forgot about the letter openers. They're probably the coolest part.
Letter openers?
They're the
Better.
3 letter openers, and they're all 3 of Vax's daggers.
Yeah.
Dagger, dagger, dagger.
Same time.
I would pay.
went
I'm not gonna
1
lie. I
and
would pay $500 just for those. I might be stupid. But
Do not.
dagger is my life.
I'm right there
I
with you.
mean, I've spent too much money in Critical Role as is.
Look at
Those are
those.
fantastic.
Those are so
Look
awesome.
at those.
I got the Molly Mock statue,
Beautiful.
and I was just like, oh god.
I thought about it. I really did. It's so beautiful.
If it wasn't,
want-
if it was not a McFarlane statue, I would not have bought it.
Yeah, I want the Ford one. The Ford one just looks so cool.
Oh god, yeah.
But I'm like,
Love
okay,
show.
if I do that, then I want Caleb more.
Did anyone watch Exandria Unlimited all the way through?
I'm
watch that.
I just finished it.
episode
Don't
2.
watch that trash. Don't do that to yourself.
It's so dude. Abria
Abria was great.
beautiful team.
Abria is not the reason why it's trash. Abria did amazing.
Don't hate on.
Don't waste your life, guys. It's okay. There's a lot of other D&D
Yeah.
to watch. It's a lot
The
of good
amount of
D&D.
bargaining,
You don't wanna-
like,
If
don't
you want
wanna
to watch
an
Abria,
entire
go
episode?
watch Dimension 20. Go watch Kids on Brooms. Go watch The Seven. Just started on Wednesday.
You
You
don't
wanna
want
watch
an
Abria.
entire
She's-
she's
episode
Kids
about
Brooms.
the asshole.
The ash hole.
Absolute. It's
That
funny.
whole
They
segment,
are funny.
oh, that shit
They're
went-
funny.
That just snowballed
The
downhill.
level of comedy stayed at Critical Role level. The level
The
of D&D that occurred,
Yeah, no. I mean, that's because a lot of like,
people don't know how to play D&D, and we're on
which
the
is
cast anyway.
okay, which is okay. But trust me, I was right there with you watching. Like, I also cringe at mechanical mistakes, of which they were legion.
Ashley
but-
Johnson.
not just her.
I'm a damn moon. I'm a moon druid and a fire spirit at the same time. You
That
cheater.
whole
You cheater.
That whole thing had a lot of problems in it.
And then I love their characters. It's like I think the worst mechanically, because she's brand new, was Amy. Like Opal was a
course.
poor
Of course.
warlock.
Yeah, it was poor.
But
It was
Oh
rough.
god, that
But to
I
have
won't
an
lie.
entire filler episode when you're trying to finish an arc in eight shows is tough.
it's tough. But I enjoyed it. I liked the characters.
To have a
It's
guest
totally
star
fun
for two
to-
episodes.
But it's
Guest
totally
star
fun
for
to
two
watch
episodes
Mercer
that
play.
changed the.
oh yeah.
It
Watch
is.
It's fun. It's really fun to watch Mercer play and do the same stuff that
Correct.
everyone's been doing.
I was happy that Mercer got to play his chaotic, stupid revenge card.
Just his bless in the last episode drove Abria insane. And he was like, yes, I sympathize with you, but also +4. +4. But
I think honestly in that I think that there was a little bit too much rule of cool.
little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A lot of that was trying
Like,
to
I'm
keep
pretty
Robbie
sure
and Amy in it. Like
Pretty sure-
that's necessary for new kids.
At one point, someone that normally has a 30 movement speed got like 60.
Yeah,
Just to be like, yeah, you can
probably.
get there. You can get
yeah,
there.
for distances, for sure. In the alley fight and in the last fight,
Mhm.
distances were ignored.
I mean,
That's fine.
I am overzealous in my defense just because of how, like, to counteract the concentrated rage of all the actual neckbeards who were like constantly digging on the
Yeah.
newbies.
I mean,
I give
no,
you guys
I
a lot of
absolutely-
leeway on movement and space, so
I know.
you just not them. They shouldn't have.
Well,
They
no,
should be able
it's
to have
not.
it.
It's not really like Abria is stating, "I don't want to give this to you, but I'm doing it," and that's my issue. Like Abria gave them things she
Got it.
didn't want to
Yeah.
give them.
Yeah.
If Abria was like, "Yo, this is how I play. This is my table.
I give
screw
this,
distances, screw
Right.
whatever."
yeah.
And I mean, in a way, like, I can totally understand why she was playing that way, because like she's on the grandest stage of them all, basically.
Of
Like
course.
the DM throne.
Yeah.
At,
And
like,
I think a lot
top
of the
the
other
craft.
games she plays too
Yeah.
online are also they're not as tactical as D&D where all of like that really
Yeah.
matters. It's
And when
very
she
much
does
more
play
theater of the
D&D,
mind.
it's every table she plays at has crazy homos. She rarely
Yeah.
plays straight up
Yeah.
Mm.
5e.
I still need to watch the Elder Scrolls one shots, because Elder Scrolls is like my favorite video game setting, and like I've been, and ESO is like my main MMO, so like I actually play that a ton. So the partnership between them, I've just been sitting back and loving it for both sides because I adore them
Marisha ran
both.
it?
Well, there's going to be from now until what, November?
Campaign 3, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think Matt ran either. He might have run the first one, but Marisha ran the most recent,
Okay.
because they're connected one shots. But I don't think Matt is. If he ran the first one, then Marisha for sure ran this most recent one, which was this Thursday. But they're all like, it's Elder Scrolls as the setting for the D&D games, which is just my bread and butter. I almost know more Elder Scrolls lore than I know actual D&D lore.
You know, watching them play, it makes me wonder, as we've been playing Morkborg, like what would Morkborg look if they did it?
Oh man.
It would look like-
Hey, Colin, Nikki played
Was that-
Morkborg and enjoyed it. Nikki and Jason
That's fine.
played.
Yeah, but we played
Nikki
more
hated
like
Morkborg. We played
Colin's
more.
like, nope.
Well, no, it wasn't. You know what it was? I just think it wasn't. Do you think it was light compared to my last game, or light compared to him?
compared to Suckle? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I was about to say, I
Okay,
think
anything is light compared to Suckle.
Anything's light compared to Suckle, though. Like, I mean, that was a. I think here's what
Remember,
I
the only
Colin,
thing I
there are
missed,
two games that I
the
played
last one that
that
Henry
I've
did.
watched one game and I played one game, and they were a lot. And those games were the one I watched, which was Henry's first ever game. He had never played it before, and then
Yeah.
it was the game I played with Henry with Colin, and we were all just like fatigued. But
Yeah.
Henry has completely changed up the approach, and it's still really
Yeah.
dark, but it is more narrative driven. Like, we've been alive for like me and Renee for like 4 episodes, and so I'll be honest,
4.
I didn't necessarily try to go light. The thematic, the thematic nature is a little bit lighter, but I didn't expect it, everybody would survive and it'd be like, yay, until, Renee
We did
Renee
some
did Renee.
nonsense to your big bad. Like there were 3 things that
The
happened
shit
to
you did
your
to the
big
back
bad.
bat was nonsense. I was just like, all right, well, he's not gonna hit anybody.
Like I literally stopped swinging at him just so other people could play.
And normally in Morgborg, you don't have that. So here's the thing: is going into that game, I have never played Morgborg with that many people. So normally it's like 3. So the action economy is super
Yeah.
easy. Like, bad guy gets a hit and
Yeah.
somebody goes down, right? And then 2 others try to like do something. But this time it was like, oh, y'all gonna do that? Oh,
Yeah.
y'all gonna knock him down with your feet? Oh, because and it's also Richard's never played with me. It's his first time, so I'm letting Richard do all kind of reckless shit. Like, I'm gonna throw Nikki a chain and we're gonna like wrap it around him and like.
Oh yeah.
Star Wars.
I have some explosives in this
Strike
last
Back style.
bottle. Let me toss it over to the little street urchin. I'm sure she'll catch it.
Well, and that was the other thing too. Like, I really wanted Richard to have fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because we've been talking
100%.
like, and Colin knows, like, and so does Josh. Like, every time we, like, Henry and I are playing Blades in the Dark, like, we talk it up, like, oh man, that game was insanity. And so I really wanted him to have a hard time,
Yeah.
like a hard time getting to know the other characters, but not a hard time playing.
I love that game because half
That's
of it you get to
fair.
make up on the spot. Like that whole chest with the scrolls made up, the whole like the latch, but like even the main baddie, the idea that he'd be walking through the halls, you know, when Henry Hurd was like, you know, it was just kind of, we were just all just kind of feeding off of each other. So it was really, really good. A lot like Tales from the Loop in that facet. And then it was great to have
take
Bree,
out the
because Bree
jester.
was, because the whole time I'm messaging Bree, I'm like, so if you don't, I mean, like, do whatever you want, because I didn't want her to think like I was controlling her like an NPC. So I don't know if you know, like, Josh, but like, so we had a guest player, but she was kind of playing the bad guy, but like also like playing from her. So she's literally just standing in her room in the castle looking through a mirror, but she's able to talk to them. She's able to boon them. And so she actually got me, like, where I gave her a boon that she cast at like the one time that like I needed to strike. And I was like, oh, it was great. Yeah, so I was like, my own shit to start like getting me at the end. I was like, that's good. All right, you got me. But yeah, I can't wait to like post that one, because I mean her costume and everything was like fabulous. It was really cool.
It was so much fun. It was just so much.
I was literally speechless for like 10 seconds. It took me a while to even come back to it. It took me a while to recognize her. Like I got hit with it. I was like, oh, oh crap, that's Bree.
So she thinks by getting married, this like curse will be lifted. And I said, what we'll do is we'll decide in the game if the curse is lifted, but if it doesn't, then there's a good chance that whoever your suitor is, whoever you choose, is gonna die. And like over here, what's his name? Henry's character is just simping hard, like trying to get her hand in, like way early in the
Water Queen who?
Yeah, he went from like, I worship the Water Queen, I want to turn back now and go to my true love, and then he's like,
you're like, find the ring and you get the queen.
Oh man. And so like he's doing his thing, and so it was starting to kind of feel like a happy ending in Morgborg. Renee,
which isn't supposed to happen.
Whenever you need things to get hairy, just like, what's Renee's character doing? I literally was like, don't do it, because he told the jester early in the game, like, I'm gonna kill you when we come back. But I thought it was like if things went bad. No, just decide to kill him
by
again.
your toes. The
Gosh,
first
it was
I'm gonna hang you by your toes.
It was
a Blondie moment.
If you do anything to my people. There was a caveat the first time.
The first time.
So when he murdered him, I thought, so then I was like, okay, Brianna's she's gonna kill Huckton, which is Renee's character, and she goes, I'd like to kiss Riston, which is Henry's character. And I literally was like, Riston again? And she goes, yes. And then she did the whole thing. She was like, I kiss him and loving, and then I just rip his head off. And she just like tears his head off in front of everybody. It was great. We were like, yay! And then Jason went in. I was like, don't do it, because Riston was
Malcolm's like, stop.
And then she killed him.
Riston literally is anointed the king when we become fish people.
It was actually a beautiful scene. Well, I call those dark scenes beautiful, because in my mind, there's these people all being murdered, and then there's another group that are being like given their like money and their riches and being like, see you guys later. So it's like Nikki's character and everybody else just like walking out like, thanks, and everyone
I
else
was like,
being
thanks, it was so nice to meet you.
It's
Goodbye.
like blood splashing on the walls. You know, it was a mess.
I rolled a 20 to hit. She catches my blade and just freezes it down the blade all the way through my body. I'm like, for real? I can't get some blood? Let me get a little bit of her.
Yeah, I literally did some of the death off screen, because in my mind I was like, she totally like tore him to pieces and like, you know, or used, you know, but it was literally me showing some. I felt like her savagery would be elegant but still horrific. So I wasn't thinking in those ways. But yeah, it's good.
Can I at least be an octopus seagull?
You can be octopus seagull.
Oh yeah, and then
there we go.
So at the very end, so I mean, Malcolm is narrating like this beautiful scene. Like my character Hugton is like, if you can picture like slow motion, just all of these guards like moving up. I mean, he's just going back and forth, right? He's getting stabbed, he's killing. Jason's just being slowly frozen. The others are walking away with their bags, right? I mean, just all of these moving parts. and then it's the whole flash forward, and we're basically the good feathers from Animaniacs. We come back as seagulls.
Because if Vandalia kills you, you become like one of the seagulls that caw around the top of her castle. And so essentially they're pretty much calling out to people like, oh, it's almost like an omen, like, do not come here, kind of thing. But then the other characters have land, like Nikki's character has plot now and she can run all the rats under the city. So, we'll see.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know if you heard me. I pulled my sword as soon as I heard the seagulls. You have me so scared of birds.
Oh yeah. Yep. It's a good time. Work, good time. Well, we could get back to where we're at with D&D here in the cavern. What I'll do is just turn it over to you all. Like literally have you came in here. You were supposed to just find a diamond, get Apple back, find out where the mother was, and you did find that. And in a weird way, going to search for that treasure of the dragon has led you to Penthos. And now the truth is there. He's still out there, but he will go back and lick his wounds. But he is no longer a threat at this moment. Perforos has shown you favor. There is still Artemisia, Proxino's mother, to find. You guys know that the doorway leads back towards a couple different paths, one that goes back down, and you could work your way back down that hall through the mines, back to the forge, and then there's another path with a glittering gold that someone maybe left behind. I'll turn it back over to you all and see what the party's doing and what they plan to do next.
We had hypothesized that Artemisia may have been the one leaving those gold droppings, right?
Did
you guys want to try to scout that out?
We've got no reason not to.
Can we take a nap? Oh my god. I'm in so much pain. I don't know if you guys went through the same experience I did, but oh my god.
Do you have any more hit die left?
And I'm gonna pass out.
Do you guys want to take a long? Do you want to take a long rest here in this lair? Or?
Take a short.
Yeah, I've used all my hit dice, so short rest ain't gonna help me. But hey,
I have hit dice for days.
Could Apple do an investigation check to see if there's any actual human footprints first?
Well,
yes. Give me an investigation check. Describe what to make me come up with the DC here. What are you looking for, Apple? I imagine he also uses his senses. He's kind of Wolverine in this party, right? So he's just looking for it. But here's the thing: where are we taking our rest? Like, are we going back to the little ledge in the middle, out between the layer and the pathway? Or are we going back down to the little spot that is like
we probably get to the top, right where the split happens.
Okay, right where the split. Yeah.
That's where I think we rested before.
Okay. I also think Pythias looks really bad.
Yes.
As well as Midios.
But I'll definitely say when Fitz says she wants to take a rest and then collapses,
I'll sort of like I'm not.
Excuse me?
I'm just fine.
Okay. When she says that, I will definitely say I don't want to rest here, and reach down, do a fireman carry, and walk down that corridor towards the other chamber.
Pythias, I'll carry your bag.
Medios looks at his brother. Mm-hmm. I've seen your party picking up a lot of things. Let's make sure they don't get too. Listen, these things belong to the House of Christo now, right? Yes. The things that they've taken are theirs, but we should probably consider making this be useful to the people of Akros.
And looking over at Midios, and Proxenos says, brother, my friends here, they risk their lives many times for helping us I think that it's a good idea and also a good policy to have good friends that you can rely on in troubled times.
Who do
And
you
I-
think that these? Who do you think these things were stolen from by this dragon?
From cities and towns, places
Well-
far off and close by.
Maybe. I guess we can talk about it later. Fine. I think that they've all filled their purses full, is all I'm saying. I feel like they should be content.
And Proximus gives him gets kind of close and whispers into his ear. We should temper our expectations and also remember that our good friends, we need their help still. And
Yes, we do.
Theraxis is still out there.
Yes.
We
Understood.
should not concern ourselves with a problem such as this right now. Wouldn't you agree, brother?
I agree, brother. He gives you a little smirk, a smile, his green eyes, his white, fluffy hair. He's very thin frame, all disheveled and black. And I think in that conversation, Proxinos realizes Medios is still Medios.
And as he gives him like a pat on the back, there's this ethereal spirit is like, here's patch you up a bit. And he casts Healing Spirit.
All right. That feels good. About right.
What is your healing spirit?
It is a gray mist. It's a little cold, which might actually feel comfortable being in the heat of the volcano.
Still sure.
Healing 6 HP as he's now at 7. And it goes around to the passed out satyr as well as Pythias.
Can I get an insight check from everyone?
Pythias, you get 4 HP,
Thanks.
and
Do you want one
Fitz,
from
you
me?
get
From everybody.
17.
Fitz, you get
15.
9 HP back.
Okay.
7.
Or 7. Who's that?
Insight.
17's the highest so far, which is pretty good.
Telman.
Telman. Okay.
Insight is 18.
Proximus.
Okay, so Proxinos is Proxinos, and that makes sense. I'll tell you this, Proxinos, because I hear I see the meta chatting in the chat, and now I'll say that like this whole fight, this whole thing with Perforos, and I goes, yeah, Perforos hasn't shown himself, he hasn't talked to you, but I think like maybe it's magically that you're feeling this, or maybe your intuition is just strong. But Proxinos, you have a good feeling that, or an understanding that is made clear, that when Penthos or Thraxes, when Thraxes walked into that lava when he left, he was pretty much saying, Perforos has abandoned me. This is no longer my lair. So it's, I'm not going to say never, but it's highly unlikely that he comes back here anytime soon, right? He's probably vacated the premises, seeing as Perforos allowed him, did not. Because this is a bit meta here too. I'll just share, but I think we all know, and Thraxes knows that Perforos didn't allow him, whatever it was, didn't allow him to fight at his full potential. And so he knows he just has to leave because he's not really Grace. He's lost his welcome, right? There's no welcome mat here for him. So if that means anything, it's not like he's going to burst back through the lava, in the next few days and come back for this gold. I want to make clear. Long-winded way of making that clear.
Okay. And as they come back to the fork in the path, Proxenos takes a sit down as he says, "Well, we have time."
Short rest.
Short rest. All right, guys, feel free to take a short rest. I'll make a quick roll here.
Hey, Fitz, got a song in you?
As long as it doesn't take bardic inspiration.
Song
There's
of
no
Rest.
spot.
I think Song of Rest just it happens. Is it a feature? Just happens. Unlimited as long as we're taking a short rest.
Heck yeah, I got a song in my heart. And
I would
it
love-
is a jolly little jig that's about the fact that we just survived a dragon.
You could roll a 4. That would be great.
Gosh, you're so needy. A D4, is that it?
Oh, I don't know what the die
Oh
is.
no.
A D6?
1d6.
Yeah,
Hey.
see? 2/3 chance. Do it. A 50% chance.
Y'all get a 4.
That's what I'm talking
Okay.
about.
Or
Back up to full health. Thank you, Nikki.
Nice.
You're welcome.
So the song is about how you just survived the dragon. Nice. 6 things.
Makes sense.
Proxy's spent the short rest. He borrowed everyone's packs just so he could go through and kind of meticulously count coinage.
Nice.
And so he
Are
counts it.
you're going through the gold kind of deal?
Well, just the packs. He's just counting what's in their packs. We've already got the 3,000 each or whatever from our
Sure,
packs. He's
sure.
just counting it.
Proxenos is a little annoyed that you took away his knapsack in order to stuff gold in it.
Crap. You've only been awake for like an hour, bro. Chill.
And the temporary hit points, they go away.
Yes.
Yes, I got much weaker by taking a short rest.
Did anyone still have their temporary?
Yeah,
hit
like how
points?
did you guys? I guess some of
I
you
didn't
also
get
had 'em.
hit. I had 30 still.
Jeez.
Yeah,
I had
I got
two
hit.
I
temporary
should have
hit
totally
points.
blown
That
up.
happened.
See, that was just I should have just had him just hit you guys with another breath weapon, but I felt like he just wanted to kill Medios. He wanted to kill his sons first.
I ran away,
I
man.
expect Taroxy's to like divert that.
Early
Like,
on, you ran away.
yeah, I was scared to hit everybody. That immolation is pretty much 16d6 plus 3d8 on top. Like pretty crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not.
Channeled into one, and then so it's really meant. You screwed me, Appo, when you dissented me because it's meant for him because because the dragon only has 30 feet on it, so it doubles that to 60 feet, so he can like fly away and then laser focus his dragon blast into someone. So yeah, all right. So the
It was
other
a strategical maneuver.
strategic move. Hour has gone by as you guys sit there, and you can milk this as long as you want, or you can make it a footnote in the journey. I'll leave that to the party, and if nothing happens, nothing out of the ordinary happens while you guys are resting.
I definitely would stay super quiet and just kind of like find a wall and sit, like arms around my knees. I don't know that anybody has actually told me what happened. I fell unconscious and then the dragon was gone.
Well, the song probably told you.
Yeah.
Fitz is gonna wake up from her nap from a start, like, did I dream it? Or did we totally survive a red dragon attack?
Telman and I are champions of Perforos. Yes, we indeed defeated the dragon.
Oh my gosh! I feel so invigorated. Do you guys feel invigorated? Because that's really invigorating. Oh my gosh.
Tomlin is just strumming the song that you were singing on his lyre.
I'm bouncing, like so excited.
I just want to find my mother.
Oh, yeah.
Should get on that.
Yeah.
Which way do you think she ran?
Looking at the back at the gold trail. Gets up. Can you do investigation if he can see anything that stands out?
Absolutely. Investigation check.
And investigation, that is the 15.
Okay. So what stands out is what he's seen kind of before is little coins kind of drop sporadically. Every now and then that's just the rumble of the volcano itself. Sediment falls from the ceiling. You guys have kind of gotten used to it. It is probably starting to feel a little claustrophobic, but yeah, those points, it's, I guess from that roll, all you can maybe understand is you'd have to follow it to see where it goes. I will say, like I said, it seems very deliberate, but it doesn't tell you anything about who did it. I will say with that 15, what I'll add to it is just a reminder, which you already know this, but as you look over at your brothers, Medios is wearing Artemisia's necklace that, remember, was down in the pit. So.
Nodding. I mean, best we got. That trail.
All right. And so they set off traveling deeper into what feels like, because it feels like deeper into the mountain because you're clearly going away from where you know to go back to the forge. Can I get, what's your marching order through these like cramped, dark caverns?
I mean, if no one is actively trying to take the front row,
Okay.
Proxenos is following the pathway.
Is it dark? Do we need light?
Talmud will cast light on his bronze horn.
It gets very dark for the time that right now. It's like you guys have been traveling about an hour through these very dark, cramped, and you've just been, every now and then the chambers split, but you keep picking up more of the little gold pieces. So unless you're going any other direction, you keep following those.
Yeah. Fitz will also cast light on Proxinos's wooden sword.
Okay.
That helps out a lot.
If nobody pushes forward, I would not say anything, but fall in line behind Proxinos.
All right.
But Dexus would be behind Pythias.
Okay.
Proxies will guard the caboose.
Yeah, Talmud was lingering a bit, just kind of taking it in before leaving. He wanted to stop by the forge, but this is more important, so him and Taroxy's on the back.
Okay. So as you travel, walking, darkness, the light being cast off, starts to seem like, walls seem to be closing in, getting closer and closer. Survival check from Proxino since he's taking the lead, but I'll give him advantage because Appledex the whole crew is helping, but I will say, with Apple being the ranger or the hunter, this is completely it's probably not it's not your environment. So yeah, I'll just give you the advantage for the entire group.
Nat 20, 26 in total.
Okay. And so you come to the point where the halls they separate, another fork in the road, but now the coins have stopped. They're out. But you have a feeling to go to the left. And you feel heat that way. And you travel down. At this point, you guys have been traveling almost 2 hours. About that 2 hours and 20-minute mark, you come upon a huge cavern of boiling like lava and magma, and a crevice or a large gap between the other side. But there is a makeshift bridge that has been built across. And what steadies your nerve and lets you know, makes you feel like you're going the right way, Proxenos, is that you kneel down and realize right at the beginning of the bridge is a gold coin, one shiny coin left there.
Nodding, turning back to the rest of the party. Let's continue on.
All right. So as you pick up the coin, you continue on across the bridge. Survival check, everyone.
No, has it been more than 8 hours since we first left? Like to get the diamond?
Yes. Because you guys, yeah, it's definitely been more than 8 hours.
I'm gonna burn another first level for mage armor.
Okay.
I got a
10.
16.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
14.
All right.
8.
Same as 14.
All right. So far, I've heard nothing that is catastrophic. Colin, what'd you get?
Sorry, it was a 10.
Oh, sorry. No worries. I didn't mean to ask you while you were sipping.
You're good.
You make it across the bridge. A couple of wobbly pieces of wood. A couple of spaces where the wood is already broken away. It's probably being warped constantly from the moisture in the air and the heat, or the lack of moisture, and all of it just kind of really dry and brittle. And at this point now, you guys have taken an hour, and you fought a dragon. So now there's just one tunnel, and that goes on twisting and turning for another hour. You're feeling exhausted here. You're sick of the air. But you come to an opening, broken, like a huge opening, like something created this opening. And on the other side of it, with loose rubble and rock and flagstone, is a sewer system. And as you're standing there, you see several scorched bodies lying around. They look like they may have been wearing armor when they died. That armor almost molded to the burned flesh and skulls. They have been dead for some time now. There are 4 of them, roughly. And ahead of you, a waterway system with pathways leading in multiple directions. I'll turn over to ask you what you guys may be doing right now.
Look, Pythia's water.
I don't want to swim in that.
Taking a second and looking at the charred bodies, is it obviously clear that whatever charred them was some serious firepower?
Yeah, you want to give me it's going to be very easy, but give me an investigation check.
There's enough left to recognize the
22.
symbols of House Christos.
Okay, 22. I may have just so I think what I'll add extras on it is not only is it clearly were charred by Thraxes, but the remains are hoplites who were hoplite guards of Akros who were scorched. Whoever is taking this path, maybe they know where they're going, maybe they don't. What else is happening? What else are you all doing? Don't want to put it
Are there
all on
any
Proxenos.
footprints or anything?
Fitz,
Can
you
we
want to
see
give
if
me?
there's like maybe one set of footprints that walked
Yeah.
away?
You want to give me an investigation check, Fitz?
Ooh, a natural 20.
What's up with all
Or-
these all these 20s? It's crazy, this game.
Investigation, you said?
So yeah, so with that nat 20 Fitz, you
25 total, in case that matters.
you find a couple of like you pick up on some sandal footprints that look like they might be fresh. I imagine when you share them with Apple and he sniffs them, he's like, these aren't that hasn't been that long since these were created.
Can I tell which direction they're going?
Yeah, they make a right and they head down that hallway. And
Apple can still
Apple,
smell?
once Apple picks up the scent, he can almost like follow it like the coins.
Dope. I didn't realize he could still smell. That's super cool.
Wait, what happened to him that he couldn't smell?
He's an
Am I-
amble rot.
He's an
now.
apple rot.
Oh no, he can still smell.
Okay,
Oh,
what happened to him?
Does
His body changed.
Does the book explicitly say that he can't smell? Then he can smell.
It doesn't
No.
say we can't smell, but I don't think we have to breathe.
I think
Yeah.
So we
Roxy's
can
kinda
choose
placed
not to
that way
smell.
where he's
So
like-
I think his natural Leonin, the soul is still Leonin, so he can still smell, and so he begins to move quickly, and you all follow in and follow him, and with that roll being as high as Nikki got a nat 20 and everything working out, within the next 30 minutes, the smell starts to get worse and worse. It starts to get stinky, downright shitty, as you find yourselves in it was already shitty. It was almost spelled back because it was the sewers, but you find yourselves in a large room with dilapidated rock, and above you, multiple in a space, multiple holes leading upward. And you realize it's probably the shitter right under House Christos.
Well, I see my scorch mark from when I attacked the ghost.
It just goes, Marco!
No.
Marco!
And so, Fitz, as you say, Marco, you notice that in the corner, there are a couple of this room. Maybe we may kind of make it a bit clear. The room is like it's probably as big as the room above it. So I think if that was like, it's about 30 by 40 feet wide. And there are a couple broken statues. Strangely, like why down here where all this soil and mess would there be these statues along? There's like 3 on either side, but one of them is not broken. And that one is a clear depiction of Iroas. It's not all the way there. So he's reared up on his hind. He's got his spear like that in his shield. It doesn't like it was like it almost like it was placed here. You say Marco, but you don't get a response. Can I have I'll take a history check from Fitz.
You saying somebody built that statue down in the
No,
ship?
they probably brought it. They might have put
Okay.
it here.
A 14.
Okay. So based on what, and I'm actually forgetting his name right now, but what the guard who deflected from Medios's crew told you about the restrooms in Akros, those that are connected to the sewers can be really scary because stuff can come out of them, and so often those restrooms are usually blessed, or you try to put the gods' omens as close to, so that to try to ward off evil, and that is possibly or probably why that is there, why that Iroh is, so that hopefully someone could have a victorious, a successful ship without dying.
He's not perfect, but he hasn't been mean to us or anything like that. I'm gonna hit him with a couple prestidigitations just so he can be clean for now.
Oh, how charming. there like a grappling hook or some way we can get up there, or should we look for? Is this the end of the trail?
Apple.
Apple.
What's Apple doing?
Will we
Where we're looking?
will we fit through there?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because you guys could have easily climbed down through those. Remember earlier?
Yeah.
Now but now they're on the ceiling, so they're.
Oh, you know what?
You need to like try to get up there.
Falcon squirrel rope. Handle it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, Proximo's first wanted to know: is this the end of the trail? That
it is the end.
In that case, Falcon squirrel rope. So
Apple will
Make
reach
that
into his
happen.
back and pull the rope out.
Describe for me what it does and everything.
Proximos turns into a squirrel, and then
Oh, I see.
and then the anvil raptor picks him up and takes him up into
And a rope.
Taking the rope up.
yeah.
And so as he does this, the anvil rod, like the little owl, flutters up into the bathroom area. It drops down. As you skitter around, you're able to. You see that there are like these almost like handles or like a place where they. I don't know. There's something where you can kind of tie it off.
Yeah.
A piece of
You can
built-in
railing or like
railing.
you can,
Yeah.
so you don't fall into the shitter.
Proximus can have a perception check.
Nat 20.
This is nuts. So, you're hearing some conversation from the room, like that's probably in the atrium. You hearing someone talking, two people talking there, while you're tying off the rope for everyone else and throwing it back out, and you notice about 3 stalls. You took you tried to look at the cleanest one, right?
Yeah.
And your paws are a little sooty. They're a little nasty. But there's one like 3 over, and you notice there's a tie off there and a broken rope, right? Like someone used it, not broken, but pulled it up. There's another like a set of rope that someone else used. And so you're throwing the rope down to your friends as they. I'm not gonna make you make checks to come up, but yes, if you guys do want to, you can. But you're also hearing the talk, like it's like a very faint mumble from this as a squirrel is listening from the other room.
Because if he ties it off and it seems secure enough and they're coming up, Squirrel Proximos is going, like squeezed under the door and is going to the sound of the talking.
Okay. And then is everyone else on their way kind of coming up one at a time?
It's just playing an encouraging tune, even though she doesn't have bardic inspiration to give, but she'll still sing a little ditty while everyone climbs the rope.
She's singing, and so that means it would be projecting noise from down in the bottom of the toilets.
He's singing it softly, but inspiringly.
She's humming.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a shitty tune.
I'm gonna send you something, Proxinos, and go off of what you do, because since you're there, you'd be quicker while they're all coming up one at a time, right?
Yeah.
Climbing. Hold on, give me a second to type this in.
Meanwhile, the rope crew.
Get up and I start prestidigitating frantically.
I hope you do that for all of us as we all come up. That would be so nice.
Myself and then Taraxis.
All right, so as everyone's
look how much
getting up.
there is to prestidigitate.
I sang you a cheerful tune.
So everyone is slowly making their way up. Who would be, I guess, the second one up? Who went right after the little, the bird and the anvil?
Telma was trying to get out. I don't know if anybody else.
So Telma's pulling himself up second. But they did just said forget ladies first to Fitz, right? Like just
She's playing the song. Let her do her thing.
The little Proxino squirrel is peeked under the doorway, and there's a light beyond that door, and he seems to be quite kind of struck for a moment. Slowly but surely, you all are making your way up. So at some point, you're all now back in a familiar place, House of Christos. So there was a path leading its way all the way back. And I'm sure I destroyed some stuff that didn't make in terms of how fast that was, but we might have to add a couple hours because of the time it would have taken. But so you guys would have taken some rest. But that one path would have taken you all the way back to the sewers.
Proxinos would probably
gone down the sewers. Oh my god.
Would be very close to like passing out, but he is still going.
Should we?
Yes, someone's dealing with this little car wash line.
So you see little Proxinos like still as a squirrel unhinging and opening the door as it swings open and reveals like the morning light peering into that atrium. And as you all kind of walk towards the door, you see two people standing there talking. There, disheveled, tired, is Artemisia, Proxinos' mother, standing defiantly, completely clad in her Akros gear, her helmet on, talking to a centaur with a mohawk. And we'll crash to black and end this game.
Somebody finally stopped running, huh? Mal, you can't do that to us. We gotta check the stables. The Minimus and Maximus make it back.
Now those horses are gone.
The carriage is the expensive part.
They made heartbeat jerky.
Troy, were you there for that? I don't know if he was there for that.
Yeah, I've been here the entire time.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, there he is.
Hello.
Man, too bad we can't bring that spear back for him. He's our spear wielder. He's our party.
Did you guys brought the spear, did you?
Yeah, but he gave it up to head to Medios.
Oh, yeah. No, he said it's ours, but I don't know who's holding it.
So you broke half of it.
Oh, and
Medios is keeping
the NPC.
He gave him the spearhead like that, the pointy part.
Kept a piece of stick and gave him the enchanted.
But
spear.
I see what he's doing. You know what Proxinos is saying he's going to do is use it like a shillelagh. He's going to use it as part of your staff, right?
I mean,
that makes sense unless you stick with the wooden sword.
Is his shillelagh going to do enchanted spear damage, or is the spearhead going to do enchanted spear damage?
Okay, but to be honest with you, like, Proxinos has never really like.
That's cool. We have a friend who wields a spear right here. We could have gave it to him.
It's true. It's true.
But it's a family heirloom. Like, it's for both of us.
Bro,
your family doesn't exist, bro. We are your family. Your family is garbage without us.
See, this is what Medios is talking about. That right there, you need to check that boy.
Medios can go ahead and catch it right now. I am a champion. You have 2 HP.
Oh,
come at me.
Did no one heal Medios?
He has 11 HP.
Come at me.
It's fine.
I'll show what level 11 HP does.
Yeah, so Proximus has the other half of the stick.
Thank you for giving us an artifact. We have given it back to the NPC that you were going to kill off if we insisted on taking with us.
I mean, Apodexis is bronze, right? So I mean, if we just like conked him on the head, like we
Well,
could
it
knock
makes
him
sense.
out.
It is technically a weapon meant to protect the house of Christos.
This weapon is the symbol of your dad's failure. Do y'all really want to carry that with you?
You reckless. You are.
Your mom's a hoe. Your dad's a failure. Can we just go ahead and make this our house, the Bronze Bullies house? We're all clean. We'll clean everything about it.
The temple is the HQ. It's got a lot more space and a resident cyclops.
I ain't trying to have to go back to the sewer to get back to the temple. We have to find another road.
You can go. Yeah, this one.
Yeah. And the mom's standing right there. If you're
The
going to talk like
yeah.
that about her, she's in her armor, ready to go.
Jason's saying this, man. Telmoon is not. It's a thing. Telmoon's got respect for the mama.
There are still teleportation circles everywhere. So one thing that never really happened is no one ever really figured out the names or like how that works. So once you do, then you could probably move to those a lot easier than traveling, 2 days to the mountain or traveling through the sewers, right?
So we're taking over a flame speaker temple, a forge, and we got a house. Half this house is
it's
ours.
a lot.
We're leaving
You
our
guys
flag.
have to do it in game. Yeah,
They're flying our flag at the very least.
Oh man.
Yeah, so I will say what's probably going to happen. Expect next game to be
waiting till October?
Roleplay heavy. No, we have another game this month. I just haven't posted it yet. I don't think I have it posted, but 2 weeks. Yeah, we have one more game this month because this is our first game in August, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have another game, and then that game will probably be. Think of it think of it as though you literally completed like a mini campaign. So this is downtime activity. So between now and next game, what I want to know so that I can put that game together. I'm sure we'll have the role-playing session between Artemisia and what happened, but kind of maybe share maybe in Discord or with me, what would you do in Acros? What would be maybe next plans? What stuff are you trying to seal? If you're trying to go back to the forge and set that up, what does that look like? So I can see what things I can kind of prepare. But it's almost going to be, if you want your shopping episode or your downtime episode, it's that episode.
How much we appreciate being level 6 now, all that?
No. I don't know about that because I got level 5.
We still have the 3,000 gold a person because we put that in our bags before that whole battle, right?
Yes, you guys are about to make this very difficult for me with all this
And,
money.
Gonna
For
make
the
that.
record, we are resetting now, and all of us are base level 5 and are getting XP up to a number, so we don't have to track separately. We're all going to be the same number now
You're all
because we
5.
milestoned. Yeah.
Yes.
because we milestone to 5,
And
we're
then
gonna
yes,
get a set
you're all
HP.
5.
Okay,
Set
so
HP.
Yeah.
yay, no more crazy math.
I mean,
Yay!
one of the
Put it
big
together.
things is what happened to Maximus and Minimus.
They're gone.
And-
They're gone, bro.
Like,
I haven't said yet.
You're gonna have to learn new Latin words.
It's possible
If I
they're
mean,
alive.
buddy.
It's possible they're alive. Yeah.
Roll that percentile right now, about we need to know. I was like, nah, they did.
No, because I want to have my time to like really think through and anything that I've made decisions on. I like want to stand by. That's really why because I rolled that a long time ago. I just have to go look. I rolled that when they walked back. I just need to go to the notes and read up what I said happened to them.
Yeah. And
Maybe some
Apodexis is-
traveler. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Maybe some traveler just came by them and were like, "Oh wow, free horses! I'll take that."
just horses walking their way back. Oh
Like,
man.
Apodexis is also going to have to sit down with y'all and be like, so here's what I saw while I was in
Yeah,
the
that's
underworld.
another thing.
Yes.
There's another. So you guys can assume some of that has happened. We can
Astros and Artemisia are
pick
gonna
up.
get married. It's gonna be fun.
And then so then it'll really be. This is that moment where you decide. It's a good chance to look at the Legend Keeper map, decide where they want to go next. Because I know we've all been in the same area, so there's been really no point to use it. A couple of the other groups are now using it to like decide where they're trekking to and where they're going. But yeah, I mean, there's a this Pythias want to figure out more about what's going on with the mask and what he's talked to his people about. So maybe we can chat over the next week and kind of see what's
Yeah.
the interesting stuff that kind of develops, and that's what the next session will be kind of based on.
I think
It's is
yeah,
for sure
uh,
stocking up on fairy dust. Pixie dust.
Trying to
For
figure
sure.
out- okay.
you
For
know,
sure.
maybe like soften up some of like the rough parts and actually have a proper walking stick staff
There
from
you
this
go.
broken spear.
Like figure out what Erebos is gonna tell me because I went the route of the anvil rot. Like, how's that gonna work out?
I can help.
You can still die. You're fine.
No, I know that. I'm just saying, like, if that, because remember, I'm supposed to be protecting Proximos.
I'm sure it's fine.
Lots of good stuff.
But I'm no longer natural.
Well,
That's okay.
Proximos did that, so you could just say that was his son's decision. So you should be a-okay because you had no say in that.
I will say
Figure it
you
out.
also, with this fight, have put yourself in a position where you may or may not, out of the blue, literally get requests from the gods. Like, go do shit for me kind of requests. Like,
You know, we got answers for those guys too.
because you've pretty much had Iroas watch you and Perforos watching you for long enough that if they need something, they may make themselves known.
If it ain't Perforos, nobody's home.
Clearly.
You're assuming that I'm going to do something for Perforos.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all,
That
you
guy's an
two-
asshole.
Taroxys and Telmoon don't assume you guys are going to do something with Perforos. Perforos tells us something. Taroxys and Taran tell them start walking.
Yeah, have fun.
That's what happened last time. But yeah, Pythias needs to eventually kind of come to terms with what he's doing in the city. You gotta see more of the
Yeah,
world,
yes.
though. This is their first city, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
There's
Or have you
Melodius.
seen Melodis? You've seen Melodis, no?
I mean, I would have had to come
He would.
onto the land
Mhm.
somewhere. Melodis is a
Yeah,
place
it
that makes sense.
doesn't mean he has to go through that city. If he can, because he could have came out anywhere on the shore and just headed north. But yeah, it's probably likely that you at least know enough about Melodis, because I think the people of your people would know about Melodis for sure. With them being the closest civilization to the water. Yeah. And there are also, villages. Also, that's another good question a good thing to remind Nick. If you ever create like a small village or anything like that between travels, let me know so we can put them on the map, like places that are not marked.
Okay, I can send you a ruins of a village that was destroyed.
Oh yeah, so I can at least know where it's at. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
cool, because there's some, and it's really interesting because there's so many things I want to talk about, but they're just happening in other people's games. And like there's some stuff going with Thassa that I want to share with Pythias, but it's just like not yet.
Yeah.
There's another group. There's Benji's a Triton, and there's a Bill is a Anvil Rot Triton. That's a vampire Anvil Rot Triton. Like pretty much he has to
I'm
like
very confused.
As
take
usual,
people's-
Bill is a curse.
yes, he's like,
Just a curse.
he's an Anvil Rot that has to siphon blood from people every day. So he asks one party member every day to take a bit of their blood so that he can so that the gears can work.
Why doesn't
Someone
just
literally
like get
has
some?
to take one for the team.
It has to be blood.
Yeah, it's technically life force, but yeah. So, but the way he sticks you with it is like a little needle comes out of his arm, and he kind of like jams it into like their like shoulder, their neck, and just like palms them, and then like siphons a little bit of hit points, and then he's good. And then he goes into like this little slumber, and his like gears lubricate. It's pretty dark and nasty, but like yeah. And he's a gift made by Perforos, that gift for Thassa. And he's supposed to be sent back. He's supposed to meet Thassa in the sea.
Thassa sent that back, right? Because that's nasty.
Thanks, I hate it.
Yeah.
And wait,
Oh.
so I had to move rooms because my kids were going to bed. What did we do with the dragon egg?
Fitz
Fitz,
has
we're
got
gonna
it.
have to- to talk about
It's
that, Fitz.
mine.
We're gonna have to
It's
leave
my
that
best
here.
friend.
We're gonna have to leave that here.
It's mine.
We're
It's
gonna have to
in my
leave that here.
bag.
We're gonna
I
have to
have
leave
it.
that here.
You're
Do you
good
want
pet.
it to? Do you want it to hatch?
What if it's like other things when they hatch, and when it sees me, it's like, that's my mom. I'm gonna do whatever it wants.
It's not gonna hatch if we don't leave it in the warm spot.
You don't know that. What if
I
I'm
do know
holding
that.
it really
You
tight
guys have a
all the
forge
time?
to
Proxy
Exactly. We gotta leave
that.
it here. We're gonna leave it with the nanny. It's fine. It's got our our blind colossus.
She definitely
It'll be
has
all
it,
right.
so you guys would have to. She
Nice.
has it with her on at
I mean, you
the
can
at
just
the
keep
house.
an egg forever. That's fine. Name the egg, shine the egg. Do what you want with the egg. That's
Yeah,
fine.
and then
You
and
can
if
do that.
it's you have to make it
essentially
very.
a pet rock.
You'll have to make it clear to me, like if you wanted to hatch, like what you plan to do with
Okay.
it, or you'll have to seek out somebody to get information on how to, or like like you last time you guys were like, do I just drop it in fire, or do you just put it in the magma? Like you're gonna have to try to figure out what makes
Yeah,
it.
I wonder if there's like a library in town, or maybe I could talk to that innkeeper who gave me the drugs. I'm sure he's a reliable source.
He might be able to
You know a
least-
lot
yeah,
about babies,
he
right?
could probably point you in the right direction. Yeah.
Yeah, he
So-
could point me towards a specialist, and I could be like,
Okay.
hey, so theoretically,
I'll send you the details later, Malcolm.
Yeah,
of
no problem.
What
No
he's
rush.
doing, but yes, it was a great time, guys. I'm going to be piecing out
Am I seeing you?
Take
We're
care.
seeing you in the morning.
tomorrow morning.
See you there.
We're not-
11.
Gonna-
Fight our
11,
second dragon.
and
Fight
fight
another
the
dragon fight.
Dracolich. Yeah.
Dracolich.
Don't
dragon
worry,
fight.
the worst wizard in the world is got this. You got the spell,
So-
right? You got the right spell for this.
So if you guys have all of my stuff, I put it up on there, but I won't be able to be there tomorrow.
Oh,
So-
okay.
do use him, abuse him as you would. You already know how I feel about my characters. They're just characters. So
It's unfortunate.
And
I want you to care about your characters. I gotta make you care so I can kill one like the proper way.
you did.
Damn.
You did. You killed Creus. The
No, I know. We do. We
Take care.
do.
Night.
Later. Later.
Night.
Nick. Tomorrow. I'm not joking.
But yeah, Colin, you gotta get Pythias to speak up a little bit, bro. I don't know if we've had any conversations after that very first game about what you want.
Yeah, this is a good
Yeah.
time to explore that. Because from
It's
these,
gonna
you
be a
guys
good
can go to
time.
the sea. You can go.
I mean, how was he supposed to talk? He's been crunchy most of the game.
This session, I was a
Like
spectator,
crispy.
basically.
I felt bad about that. I was like, oh,
It was just the dice. It wasn't you.
it was
Yeah.
the dice just.
It's just a strange situation. Like you're supposed to be able to absorb that damage for us, so you're doing your job. It's just
It's
the-
actually
Yeah.
that's probably the best case scenario. Like I was the best person for that to happen to,
Yeah.
because somebody else might have just died immediately.
Nobody did anything wrong this
Yeah.
episode. You guys were up against just a really difficult fight, and it was
I didn't even
gonna
roll
be
badly.
down to no. It was just.
Mm.
I mean, the one thing that I just saw the opening when you guys chose to roll the initiative. I was like, damn it, from the dragon's perspective, that's good for you all. And then I just expected you to span out more. But when I saw that little clump, it was like,
I mean, we did what we could.
you did
it
what
was
you could.
one person
No,
can
I think
move
you did what you
versus three
could.
people
Yeah, so
move.
he just
So three
he
people
had
got
to
to
hit
move.
that spot.
And also was like there were no stalactites that were where the dragon anywhere that it was near, right?
Yeah, there were. I was giving you guys insights to try to get you to ask more questions about the layer, to try to role play more about the layer, so that you could use more things. So there were stalactites, there's stalagmites on the ground. There are the dragon teeth. The dragon teeth can be used. They carve easier into his flesh. There are things like that. So, the magma doesn't hurt him; it hurts you. That's more something that he would use against you. So there was different things like that in the layer, and then. Yeah, he is an ancient dragon, but that whole conversation with Perforos and Iros dwarfed his. He didn't actually make him weaker, but he slowed him a bit and made him almost like he lost experience, like how he would normally act, and he got kind of in his feelings and his emotions. So I was treating him as he's a young dragon. So he had 100. So you guys all that was just young dragon damage. His breath weapon was young dragon. So he was young dragon, but he did have his strike. His strike was still plus 14 for adult dragon. He was adult dragon strikes. He was young dragon hit points and young dragon stats. But he had hit points of an ancient dragon. But his young dragon hit points was when he was gonna tap out and be like, this isn't worth dying. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth dying today over it. So you, in all, you did very well for level 5 fighting a full.
If he would have fought to the death, we would have lost.
That's what I'm saying. So I went into the fight knowing the goal was not for him to fight to the death. The goal is for him to fight until. So I wasn't cheating anything by like, if you wouldn't have got to those 200 hit points or wherever, a little past it, he would have just kept like trying to pummel and kill people. But like that's when he was just like, nah, the morale's kind of fading here, realizing like Perforos is on your side. I don't really want. Because I was really hoping to take all the temporary hit points with the first blast, like just wipe those off the table, get you guys bunched, take those off the table, then attack with multi. So the strategy was he was going to go in, attack a couple, hit people. So if I really want to be deadly, what it is, I spread those attacks where I should have just like laid into Medios or one person with 2 claws and a tail or 2 claws and a bite. Because the bite is just insane. But it was good. It was many of you, so that makes chance for him to like spread those around. And then when he got angry, he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna just kill Medios just to spite Proxinos." So immolation allowed him to like channel it. So it was good. He was able to recharge that.
I thought he was gonna give us the instant kill with that spear in his side. He was like, it's right next to his heart. He was like,
oh no! I was just giving I was giving you thematic flavor, but I wasn't.
He was like, you can add a D8. I was like, why am I going for that if I'm just adding a D8?
Well, if you're like Teroxes, you're doing more damage than the average spear, and you're adding the D8 damage on top of it. So for Teroxes, it actually worked pretty well. He was really low. He had like 30 hit points left when you did that, so it was still pretty. I thought it was still enough to benefit you without making it cheap.
Damn,
it
so
would
my
be
boy,
cool, but I want to cheat.
He literally went into the water at like 13 hit points, something like that.
Who did?
Because we hit him like twice after that too.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, you did, but he had like 400 something hit points.
Oh, after that, yeah.
After that, he was just you were just absorbed. He was just absorbing.
Because he was full Argon boss, but 200 got to that.
That's basically what 200 got him to be like, I'm not gonna stick around.
He was Wolverine with only 2 claws out, like one on each side, just popped.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, but he was definitely still trying to like fight, and there was a couple things that like he had these kind of like layer actions, but they were conditional, so I had to be certain places to be able to do them, so that was kind of rough.
Y'all voted for the spell that made me play like a bitch, and I was hurt. As Telmoon, I was hurt.
Oh man,
I was like, I gotta go hide in this corner real quick.
I could. Tell me that one of the other options would have been more effective, though.
No, they would have.
I looked at what I had though. There was nothing that was gonna work this time because he's only level 5. I was just like,
I don't know.
I made one mistake that if I did want to kill Medios, when Medios went down and Pythias went down, I had one more attack left, and if I wanted to, I could have applied it to Medios, and it would have been automatic two fails.
Yep.
To his death save, and I didn't use it. And then when I moved on to the next person, I was like, I admit to, but I was like, I'm not gonna march backwards and then just do that. So that was one thing that I did think about. I was like, I'm gonna give him the 2 fails. Medios is gonna be on his way out. So if somebody don't save him, it's over. But yeah, it worked out, I guess. So it wasn't that I just say all that so that you don't think I was trying to like go easy on the party. I was still trying to make it like super difficult, but you guys played it pretty well. Yeah. For what it was.
Teroxes rolled so poorly that my Thunder Steps may have been better than his haste attacks. But
I was also worried you guys were coming into this thinking you guys were just gonna die, and go to Hades. So I was like,
we for sure considered it.
I was so ready for a TPK. Like right at the beginning, first few rounds, I was like, oh, we're all gonna fucking die.
When you actually went for the breath weapon, when everybody was clumped together, I was like, oh, fuck. Like,
yeah, breath weapon out
bad.
A dragon. I feel like a dragon cannot not go for the breath weapon first. Like it's unless there's another plan in play, it's the best. Especially if you got no kobolds or nothing to help you. It's just like, okay, breath weapon, make them work from there. I could have just gone for another, but even then, if I'd have gone for the breath weapon, I'd have to pick. I think if this was a regular dragon and he didn't have like these ties to Proxinos and Medios, it would have been a different story. But it was like I would have had to split that breath weapon up between like 2 or 3 people that didn't really matter. Especially if I think deep down he didn't think he was gonna die. It was like he just wanted to like not. That's why he started. So he realized you guys were too strong. That's why he started getting rid of his gold, like dumping it, like. And some of this
I was so mad.
Yeah,
he's like, "This is the part I'm gonna keep."
So some of this, I'll be honest, some of it came from here. I took some inspiration from the Epic Encounters. They have this, and they give you all. And there's these like, they have this. There's even cooler version where he does it where he just like takes the entire you know, if it depends on how the treasure's stacked, he just dumps it on top of a hero and they get like smothered in it and caught, or he'll start just shoveling it into the lava and letting it burn, because they don't want anybody to have their shit.
I could see a red dragon if somebody was standing on the gold,
Oh yeah,
using the breath weapon and melting them into
oh,
it.
that would have been great. So that's something for him with full ancient dragon. Once you, if you guys ever encounter him again, he'll be his full self. But because it was good. That was good.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
No.
Yeah, I chose the gold as a hiding space because I was like, he won't do this. This is the only thing he loves. He won't hit the gold.
Yeah. Yep. So he's gonna have to collect new gold, man. Damn.
That does suck for him. Like he lost the people he collected. He lost his gold.
Yeah. He lost
Sucks to suck.
Yeah.
But we are the type that we will fight for this gold. So hopefully Medios isn't being too annoying about it, because we'll give him some.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
But I mean, finder's fee.
Like, I think we're basically saying, let us go and make one more pass, and then y'all can keep the rest.
He
Oh,
let's
wouldn't
go
have
get
had
the good
any
stuff.
of this gold if it wasn't for this party.
yeah, I was gonna pull the whole "you owe me your life." The gold belongs to Perforos. I need this to build the temple into a thick HQ.
How about this? We
It's all
own House
fair.
Christos. Y'all keep it.
You guys discuss how you're gonna approach it. Be ready for that conversation when it happens. And
This is House
we'll go
Bronze
from there.
Bullies now, but it can keep the gold.
You still gotta talk to moms. You still gotta figure out where
Yeah.
she's at. Like, so yeah, we'll see. It's gonna be interesting.
What you mean? We saved.
It's still
both
her
your
house.
sons.
You just gonna kick her out of her house?
We
Like,
saved
what?
both your sons, lady. Both of them.
Y'all some crazy. I love heroes in D&D. Only heroes in D&D would be like, we did so much, you don't live here anymore. Like, what?
No, she still lives there.
No, I
I'm
know.
sure.
I like Josh's idea of taking, but it sounds like Tel Moon wants the whole house of
It's her-
Christos, like
We
banners
just want-
flying,
no,
like
just banners flying. That's the thing. Just the banners. You can still live here. This
hey,
still
man, we
your
gotta
place of
negotiate in
residence.
game. We gotta negotiate.
And we
in
get to
game.
come freely.
Oh,
my God.
I'm sure the house is open to you anytime.
But the colors are gonna
man,
change, and
see?
the banners are gonna have to change.
I gotta watch him. He going too far.
Oh,
Half
and
of
I'll
them,
get us
half and
all
half. We'll split
50
it.
new banners.
What's up?
Oh my gosh. Fresh merch, you guys, with bronze
yes.
bullies on it.
Oh
Can't
man.
wait.
I'm excited.
Keep the house. We're gonna put bronze statues of each of
No.
us on the front lawn, though.
I almost want to
Right
keep
as that
going, but I
looks.
wanted to be prepared for all that. That you guys with all that bullshit you was about to start throwing. I was like, nah, we gotta end this right here because we're about to get the role play, and I need to have all my wits about me before this.
I mean,
Tel Moon is pushing for everything.
he's just asking for repatriation from
Yeah.
magical lands belonging to magical people before the Acromas came back. No, you
The
know.
moon's desire is to acquire glory and fame.
Yep.
As long as my name is on it, you don't gotta pay me.
You guys
It's
got
fine.
all the people in Akros chanting you right now. Y'all
Yeah,
got like,
and they're gonna
yeah.
remember us because every time they walk by this house, they gonna see the flag.
I,
I'll take the flag on the front of the city too. That's fine too.
I gotta run too. I will
Yeah.
see you guys
So
next
let's-
adventure.
Tel Moon's become the new Einar, man. Like, I
Yeah.
like it.
I love to see it. I just had to sit
I
back
told you
and
the
wait
energy
for
I
him
was
to
coming at
become
this
me.
episode with, or this season with. Tell Moon is baby Josh.
That's great. Oh man.
But
Jeez.
yeah, we're gonna-
Well, hopefully my dragon tomorrow will do a little better.
no,
We'll fare
no.
better.
Hopefully, it will not do better. But
Yeah, I'm cool
I'm
if it
sad to
doesn't.
say-
Yeah.
That's
There was
fine.
a
Going up.
turn 2.5 going on 3. You guys' faces start glossing over like Strahd for a second. I was like, oh, they're so scared they're gonna die.
I mean, we were literally like in the chat. We're just like, who's got what? What
Yeah.
are we doing? Like, what can we use? What can't we? Like, how far is everybody? It was
But-
just, it was a
right.
nightmare.
I didn't cheat.
It was
You
a
guys,
nightmare.
did it. You guys pulled it off. Like I was like, damn.
The strategy.
Because I thought
is-
I actually thought I was going to kill. I was like, either Medios or Pythias is going to die right now, and I don't want it to be Pythias, and I don't think this guy cares enough about Pythias to go for him. But I was like, if Medios goes down and Pythias still down, he's going to go for Pythias next. You know,
I'm
it's
not
going
gonna
to
lie.
Yeah.
I was pretty mad at Josh. I'm like, if you don't just let him get rid of Medios right now, Medios is so in the way. Just kill him.
I tried. Look, I tried to get on top of the stupid dragon and just because if then it would take a turn or two to just try and move off, but that didn't even
Medios
work. I'm like,
may be advantage, maybe to your advantage to have him alive in the future if he's a strong NPC that supports you guys. Like, I mean, you know.
I feel like Medios is gonna have to go through some re-education first, but yes.
Because now, listen,
Might be
think
like
about
he'll also hold
Artemisia.
down the fort.
Artemisia has
Yeah.
has both of her sons. That's gonna make her a happier NPC to deal with. So you gotta like count your blessings. Now he still may be Medios. I don't think you're gonna get everything you. I think Medios is gonna probably fight you on some things, like a little bit. You know, like it's gonna be some diplomacy talks. Like I don't think Medios is like trying to like murder anybody or like go to war with you guys. But I think that there's still a bloodline there, and there's still some things he sees that are his.
There's gonna be an Anvil Rod standing on each side of him, just waiting to slap him every time he says something stupid.
I can't wait to just wand of smiles him during our negotiation so that he has to smile the whole time.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I
It'll be fun.
love it. I'm all there for it. So
This is useful for us. Like if we end up going somewhere else in the world, we can count on having allies in Akros.
Yes, absolutely. That's good. It's good. And it's kind of like your first. I think you've like your first like arc, you know, and of you guys' stories that kind of like brings you together before you. Because I wanted this to feel less like Strahd and more like I've said this before a million times, like more like episodic in that way that like one story can close. There'll be some loose ends for it. It might let those live, and then you can go off and do something completely different. So right now you're probably not worried about a dragon, but you can go off and do something else. And you know,
because like
Well,
we
that
don't know where
dragon's
that
probably
army's
gonna
coming
come
from.
back later. Oh,
maybe.
But yeah.
It's one of those
Having
things at the
full
end of the
use
game,
of,
I'll be juggling.
Yeah.
But I imagine by the time we get to the end, we'll be juggling several baddies and be like, which one is the one?
Yeah.
Right? Like,
we're probably gonna
the
annoy
best
plenty
one.
of
Mel's gonna be
people
like, all of
now
them.
and then.
Helios. Come get it.
Tell
Come
them.
get it.
Jason wants to fight Hellion so bad that like it just
Why?
might happen. Like I don't even know why. Like
He's a
Hell, you can
jerk.
catch these hands.
I do
Anytime.
think,
He's a
I think a
jerk.
Hellion fight would be the most awesome like God of War style ending if you had to fight Hellion, literally the guy that's supposed to be the good guy. I'm not gonna try to force it, but I do think it's funny that you keep bringing it up. You know.
Well, we chose it. The thing was, we chose Hellion, and we were supposed to be anti-Erebos, but
Yeah.
then Nick messed that up, and then Hellion started getting a little sour about it.
Yeah,
And then
probably don't like
Hellion
y'all
backed
right now.
up Medios when he was still in his.
Y'all was talking mad shit
Process.
to Hellion, like out of nowhere in front of everybody. Hellion was like, "Oh man,
Hmm.
that's why. That's really why." It was just like,
Plus, also like this is just for Jason and me, but in Nick's games, Hellion has
Yes.
been a major asshole.
Yes.
really? Okay, so
Yes, I have a character who skipped through a temple of Hellion, lighting things on fire.
Can you tell me what he? Can you tell me what he? You mind sharing what he did? Because I'm interested to see how what Nick's had him doing.
What Hellion did to us?
Yeah.
He cursed the entire island to where they couldn't speak and communicate with anybody else, including myself and another party member.
Well, that's the thing is you'll realize is that all of the gods are assholes. There's two sides. It's like you're either on the good side, and then if you learn it, you can live long enough, you'll be like, oh, but at the same time while they're doing this, and I love them, they're doing something really terrible to somebody else.
Oh no,
Like-
Perforos is the biggest asshole you have shown us.
So I'll show you. So Thassa is you guys haven't seen it. It's you'll eventually start to see it, but I don't think it really affects your story. But I think I might have shared it with some of you. But she is causing droughts in certain parts of the land, and she's receding the water, pulling it back towards the ocean because something of hers is missing. And she's just calling out to champions like, "Get my shit. If you don't get my shit, I'm gonna keep taking the water." So like all of Oreskos, like all of the Leonin Pride lands, no water.
Oh no.
No, I know you can't. No water right now.
She's gonna die.
Thassa gonna catch these hands. Hellion gonna catch these hands.
And the best part is right now he doesn't need water.
Yeah.
You don't need to breathe.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's actually like kind of perfect for you. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. The might
He's
play
gonna-
into it.
It's gonna be the Hulk
So-
on, you know.
We're gonna have civil war. We're gonna have to split. That's gonna be a problem. Our party's gonna split for sure.
Don't do this to me. I don't have
Oh,
time to
no.
run y'all into two parties. I need to work together.
Colin needs
I'm
Thassa.
not gonna.
It's not our fault. Colin needs Thassa.
Why would Perforos loves Thassa? He's a thought. Perforos is Thassa's like his like he makes gifts for her. So that whole thing about like that is a real thing. He does make gifts for her often. That's why like Bill made his character a gift. So
Yeah.
he made. I mean, he made her bite it. So for her. So
that's the thing. Like, because it seemed like one of the things that Telmoon and Taroxes want to do in downtime is build up that temple.
Yeah.
If the group decides they're going to spend time in a volcano, I'm going to go somewhere else for that downtime. Well, that's the worst place in the world.
That downtime could be done off screen if you give me enough information. Yeah. So it could be like, oh, they completed this, and while they were doing that, you were down in the city, and then you guys met up and decided to go off to here, right? So we don't have to necessarily split the party to do it. Is what I'm saying. But yeah, if we're gonna like take a whole episode and you guys are like, no, we're just gonna camp out, probably don't do that.
I think this is gonna be a solid time skip. Like it's not gonna be. Y'all sat down for 2 days.
What I'm gonna do is, it's a good question because I do think we want to do a little time skip, but I also still want to have the conversations with Artemisia stuff in real time. So I'll probably have you guys give me feedback on what you'll do in the next, say, 4 weeks, right? But then I'll also make sure when we start the episode, we'll do a flashback where you got kind of like some lore filled in with Artemisia as well. And then that can at least then help you fill you in. Or between then, I could have some conversations with you all to figure out what that looks like. Because we can always find out like what Artemisia gives you and all that stuff before next episode. I just gotta think about it a little bit so I can figure out how much structure.
We're gonna talk about some piety.
But it will probably be like a time skip.
Piety's coming. I feel like major piety's coming.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe some XP's coming.
Yeah. I'll probably say about 4 weeks. I'll say what would they do with their downtime?
Yeah.
Unless they plan to head somewhere immediately.
Yeah.
And then
because Telmo and Taroxes are doing the same things, but with different end goals in mind.
Right. So with 4 weeks, Telmoon and Taroxes could be going up to the mountain and working on the, using the gold and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I can still always retcon any portion of that your boy took or his house took or whatever.
Because then that would make sense because then Appa would if he had heard about what's happening in Oreskos from around the city, he would be trying to figure out what was going on. And then at the same time, trying to figure out where the hell the army is going to be if they're not already out. If they were on their way, the army of the returned.
Oh yes, where would they be? Okay, yeah.
Where would they be coming from? Because they could be anywhere.
So what I'll probably do is put in Discord like send me like 3 questions that your character is seeking to have answered, something like that, right? Things that maybe don't need answers. Like I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and then 3 things that are like I'm looking to find like what is going on with this, what's going on with this one, and then I can kind of figure it out and tailor the next episode, and then I'll figure out what that is. That's why I didn't even think I even posted that second game because I don't really know what it's going to be yet. So I'll have it. I'll definitely post it.
Painting of mine looks pretty interesting.
Yeah.
That's another hook.
That's another hook as well. So that's the thing about this one is it literally is kind of open where there's so many hooks. You just gotta figure out which character you want to go after, and you guys can kind of talk as players and characters and figure out like what do we want. Like you can actually kind of meta and go, okay, do we want to go in the water? Maybe we go in the water. Do you want to go like searching around in Satessa, kind of look at the map and like do we want to visit any other major cities? Right, like. That's also what the map is for too, to inspire your imagination. Like look at the map and go, this looks interesting, right? Or this looks interesting, stuff like that. So
I forget with the painting, did Fitz get the feeling that it was familiar, or did you just take it because it had satyrs and a rebel?
That's a good question, Malcolm. Did I think it was familiar?
I thought I gotta look back and look at that episode, but I thought I described it as kind of something felt kind of strange about it.
Yeah, it stuck out to her.
It stuck out. This hasn't had time to look at it yet, though. So I mean, that's going to be big during the downtime.
Yeah,
too.
like downtime.
That was something that I was going to do was to really take a good look at it.
Okay.
Maybe take some pixie dust and look at the painting.
I was literally thinking that maybe some pixie dust will help me take a look at it.
So send me all of that. That's the kind of stuff I need to know what you guys are up to, and then I can.
Cannot wait to see that episode with when y'all get the pixie dust.
Oh man, yeah, that's like episode 3 or 4.
Oh,
It's
no.
like
Yeah.
It's,
Right
It is
on, Sam.
insanity.
I haven't been able
it's
to.
the one called Loathing, Fear and Loathing in Los Acros. That's
It
the
was
name of it.
so funny.
Yeah. So ridiculous.
That's the next one that I'm
Yeah.
get to watch. Sweet.
Good stuff. Well, I would stay on a little bit longer. I'm gonna go and prepare since I'm gonna see these folks in the morning for our wrap-up
Yeah.
game that we played like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Colin, are you still working on Sundays?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. Okay. No, so just you just know you always have an open invite, of course, right? Anybody that's in the area has an open invite.